Comcast Game of the Week. The Aptos Mariners in town to play the Santa Cruz High Cardinals. Joel Domhoff alongside Pat Lovell. Are you ready for some mud football, folks? It's going to be a wild one here tonight. We got a stock tip for you, Pat Lovell. Invest in laundry detergent. The washing machines are going to be working overtime after this one. What do you expect to see here in this mud bowl?
Well, I think what can happen here tonight is, Joel, it's going to be quite a test tonight with the weather as bad as it is and everything else. You know, we have the number 1 and number 2 quarterbacks in the league, you know, going against each other. The yardage doesn't separate them that much. I don't know if they're going to be able to throw the ball. Now, that's the thing that could really foul them up tonight if they can't throw the ball because Van Meter, of course, you know, the big combination of the Van Meter twins. So that could really hurt them. Santa Cruz, of course, has the number 2 rusher in the league with Michael Frye, and, you know, he's always a threat. So it's going to be interesting to see if we run the ball a lot or we try and pass the ball or what happens out there tonight. But it's certainly going to be sloppy.
Well, we can't wait for it to get started, folks. But before we do start, let's quickly go down to Kirsten Fairchild, who has a couple interviews. Kirsten.
I'm at Memorial Field a day before the big game. Plenty to play for both teams. For Aptos High, the chance to secure an outright championship. The Mariners guaranteed themselves at least a share of the co-championship by beating San Lorenzo Valley. Aptos had not won a league title since 1991. For Santa Cruz, the outcome of this game is pivotal to whether or not they go to the Central Coast Section playoffs. Also a chance for the Cardinals to play a spoiler. Aptos High undefeated in league at this point, and Santa Cruz with a chance to ruin its perfect season. I'm joined now by Santa Cruz strong safety Joe Escobar. Joe, this is such a pivotal game tomorrow night. What does Santa Cruz need to do?
We just need to come out and win. It's a big game. Decides the playoffs for us and the seed of which seed we'll be in. So we just got to come out and win, come out strong.
How about the potential of ruining Aptos' perfect season? What would this mean to this Cardinals team?
That'll be great. It'll make us feel better. We need something for this season. So.
How do you feel that your team has played this year?
Wonderful. Played to our potential, and we're doing great right now.
What are the strengths of the Santa Cruz team?
Strengths? Our heart. We never stop. We just keep on going.
And how about some of the caliber of athletes you have?
Everyone's an athlete on this field. They're all fast, strong, know everything. They're great. Everyone's good.
In which area will this game be won tomorrow, in your opinion?
The trenches. Linemen against linemen, running backs against linebackers. That's how it's going to be.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joe. I had a chance to go over to Mariner Field earlier today, and I caught up with Aptos captain Andrew Ortega, and here's what he had to say. Andrew, the Santa Cruz game is your final league game as a Mariner. What has it meant to you to play Aptos football?
It's meant everything to me. You know, we got a great coach, we got great kids that come out, and it's just a fun environment to be around, and Aptos High wouldn't be the same if we didn't have it.
This is such a huge game. Santa Cruz has a lot on the line. You all certainly have a lot on the line. How has this practice been this week?
Practice this week has actually been very intense, and we're trying to make school history by winning without a loss. So we want to get that championship without a loss and not share it.
Now Santa Cruz has some terrific athletes: Michael Frye, Jason Paris, Billy Miller. There are so many. What are you expecting in the game Friday night?
We're expecting that they'll give the ball to Frye, and then they'll give it to everybody else, and hoping that they'll do something, and then they'll also pass the ball, and we're just going to hope that we can tackle them in the same process.
What do you feel the strengths of this Aptos team has been this year?
I think the biggest strength has been the defense, but then one thing that we've also came this year with that we haven't had before was a passing game, and that's helped us a lot this year to overcome that second place victory and get into first.
Do you feel like this Aptos High team has been overlooked and underrated for most of the season?
At the beginning, I think that everybody doubted that we'd be where we are today, but we've proved ourselves, and hopefully we'll keep proving ourselves and all the way through CCS.
You've guaranteed at least a share of the league championship. A win over Santa Cruz would give you the outright championship. How important is it to you that you're part of the team that got a league championship, the first one since 1991?
It's very important, and we're just going to go out there and give it our all, and hopefully make this a winning season.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Andrew Ortega, the senior running back and safety for Aptos High.
Pop it up! Thank you very much, Kirsten. And before this game gets started, we'd like to introduce you folks to the starting lineups for both teams. So let's meet the players in tonight's game.
For the Santa Cruz Cardinals, at running back, number 32, senior Michael Frye. At quarterback, number 8, junior Will Wetmore. At the other running back, number 5, Brett Miller, senior. At strong safety, number 47, senior Joe Escobar. At center, number 55, senior Jeff McCormick. At defensive end, number 56, senior Robert Dale. At nose guard, number 50, junior Chris Marquisio. At defensive tackle, number 75, junior Tony Serna. At rush end, number 20, junior Torrey Noel Gonzalez. At quick tackle, number 72, senior Michael Figueroa. At quick guard, number 75, junior Tony Serna. At center, number 55, Jeff McCormick. At strong guard, number 65, senior Kai Kebak. At tight end, number 15, senior Nick Tom. And for the Aptos Mariners, at running back and safety, number 21, senior Andrew Ortega. At quarterback, number 19, senior Brian Van Meter. At wide receiver, senior Jeff Van Meter, number 85. And at fullback, number 45, senior David Farmer. And at tight end, number 86, junior Eric Knorr. At strong tackle, number 65, senior Nick Carlin. At strong guard, number 64, junior Sean Chamberlain. At center, number 76, junior Ricardo Urena. At guard, number 57, junior J.P. Lechtenberg. At tackle, number 74, junior Lauren Burke. At defensive end, number 92, junior Glenn Giesman. At nose guard, number 66, senior Nick Arellano. At defensive tackle, number 91, senior Jeremy Hinton. And at rushbacker, number 52, senior Adrian Urena.
All right, folks, you've met the players, and Pat Lovell, as we've seen, both these starting lineups, as we've talked about, have some great star players on them. Anything else you'd like to add before we get started here? What would you expect to see? Maybe a prediction?
Well, I think, we could end up with a tie ball game. And, of course, tonight it doesn't make any difference. Normally we would play a tiebreaker if we had those teams tied. But tonight it's a moot point because Aptos has enough power points to get where they're going to be. And like you said, if Santa Cruz were to win and upset, they're on the bubble for the playoffs. So it's going to be, a real interesting type situation tonight, that's for sure.
A lot of implications here in this game. We can't wait for it to get started on the Comcast Game of the Week. We'll be right back for the start of this game right after this.
Jerry's back. Yes, Jerry Sports is back in business. So let's play Find Jerry Sports. We'll start at the old store. Head south to 41st Avenue on SoCal Avenue. Turn right before the bridge that takes you to SoCal Drive. Do not go over the bridge. Go past Staples on SoCal Avenue frontage road. Then go 7/10 of a mile. We're right next to All American Motorcycle. Sorry, Jerry probably won't be outside waving you down, though. Come in and see our great selection of shoes and sporting goods today. Jerry's back.
New faces are emerging from your favorite paint stores. You know Bill King.
And now the prodigal sons have emerged. There's Ron's son Tom and my son Tyler.
So it's Tippy Canoe and Tom and Tyler too.
The best fish stories and the biggest lies right here at King's Paint and Paper.
King's Paint, conveniently located between Alaska and Mexico.
Severino's Grill is acclaimed for its appealing atmosphere and delicious food. The casual setting complements the award-winning menu, featuring seafood, pasta, and excellent cuts of meat. Severino's Grill offers its guests a fun dining experience. Treat yourself to delicious meals served in our dining room with views of our patio surrounded by lush gardens, a koi pond, and a waterfall. Whether dining inside or out, you'll love our signature cocktails from Severino's Bar. Come to Severino's Grill and get hooked.
Everything you've done for this program, we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Fellas, let me back in. Fellas, your coach said to talk to you about sportsmanship. If we have an issue out here, I want to come and talk to you. I'd like you to deal with it. Don't make me deal with it. All right? You're my visitor. You're going to call the toss. This is head. This is tails. This is tails. This is head. I'd like you to call it before I toss it. I'm going to throw it in the air and catch it. If I mess up, we'll do it again. All right? You want to call head. You're going to call head. I made the catch. It's the head. You won the toss. You can kick, receive, defend the goal, or defer in the second half. You like to defer. We won the toss here, and we're going to defer. You like to kick or receive? You like to receive? Which goal will you defend to start this half? You're going to defend that and kick this way? Stand over there, fellas. Stand over here. Stand over here. That's good. Right down here, we're going to kick this way to start this half. Shake hands, fellas. We'll next match and get underway. Sorry, I didn't mean to do anybody. Go! Come on, baby, let's go! Let's go, come on!
All right, folks, we are underway here at Memorial Field. Aptos kicks off. It's a squib kick to the left side in the mud. Scrambling for it, finally picking it up. That's number 7 of the Cardinals. He's got room to the outside. That's Michael Nortide. Cuts back against the grain. Gets it out just short of the 30-yard line. So it looked like the squib kick would cause some trouble, but Nortide bailed him out.
Yeah, I'm sure that was a squib kick, and that's what you got to watch out for tonight, Joel. They got to get their hands on the ball. Ball's going to be slippery. It looks like they might be using a rubber ball tonight also, because at least that way you can dry it off. But the officials are going to have their work cut out for them tonight, keeping that ball dry, throughout the game. So you watch what happens. I bet we're going to have a lot of fumbles tonight.
Is that something the referees decide in terms of what type of ball they're going to use, or you make that decision as the commissioner? Or
no, what's allowed by the National Federation, they can use a rubber ball in the wet weather, or they can use thing. There we have an offside penalty. It looks like the Mariners jumped offside on that, so we're going to have an encroachment, dead ball encroachment foul, and they're going to be penalized 5 yards. So Santa Cruz hasn't even really done much yet, and they got gained 5 yards.
Well, Will Wetmore is the quarterback under center for the Cardinals. The junior has had a great season thus far, leading the Cardinals in passing. He's actually, second in the league behind the man on the other side of the field, Brian Van Meter. And he's got, as you said in the open, Pat, the second leading rusher in the league, and Michael Frye behind him. Frye, now split out. They give it to the man on the motion. That's number 4 for Santa Cruz. Kyle Milburn slips the tackle. 40, 30, 25, 20, heading to the corner. Touchdown, Kyle Milburn. There's a flag down on the field, so we'll check the penalty.
I think the two things, Joel, we might have, we either have holding or we have motion.
It's holding, Pat. It'll come back.
Holding on the outside.
Well, we talked about how it's a slippery field. We saw, obviously, Milburn take advantage of it there. Unfortunately for Coach Basil Faltis and the Cardinals, that penalty is going to bring it back. But I talked to Coach Faltis about this before the game, Pat. When you're on offense, you know where you're going. The defense is reacting to you. So on a wet field, the offenses here will have a huge advantage.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they get off, and they get if you get the corner, the defense is slipping and sliding, trying to play catch up to you. So it's very important that they sure tackle also.
They'll march the ball back to the 27-yard line. Still first down. 1st and 13. Staring at the Cardinals. Wetmore with Frye behind him. That's who gets it. Breaks one tackle as he goes to the right side. Falls forward to about the 30-yard line. Short gain. It'll be 2nd and about 10.
Yeah, Michael Frye is, the star running back for them. Michael's senior. We don't have any height or weight on him, but I know he's a load. We checked him out last year when he was our player of the game, and last year one of the games we did last year, and he is quite a football player.
We'll see what the Cardinals do here on 2nd and 9. Wetmore, as we told you, can throw it. Cardinals like to go to the air. They have a multitude of receivers they can go to. Man in motion who gets the ball. That's number 5 for the Cardinals, Brett Miller. Nice piece of running there as he gets close to the first down, and I believe he got it. So the Cardinal offense with some good signs early.
Yeah, Santa Cruz looks like they're really running the ball well. But you know, they're doing a smart thing, Joel. They're running to the grass. So you've got to stay out of the center of that field. You know, they get the ball in the hash mark. If you can run it into the side where there's grass, and you can get some good traction, you're in good shape.
Ball placed at the 42 of Santa Cruz. 1st and 10. They're trying to get some points on the board early against the league's #1 scoring defense, the Aptos Mariners. Part of the reason they are 5-0 to this point. Wetmore with 3 receivers. Man in motion is Milburn. He gets the ball on the left side, and there's the mud there, although good defense as well. Aptos was there to defend it, and already his jersey so muddy I can't see him, and now I see the front of it. That's number 7, John Bell, making the play.
Yeah, they closed down on that real well. He came up, I think he was probably playing corner on that. He came up, you know, with a lot of authority on that. And, you know, like you said, once he, you know, he can't make a cut, a real sharp cut there because it's too slick. Now you may see him run to the grass on the Aptos side of the field now.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12 for the Cardinals. Wetmore back to pass, looking right side. Got a man out there, but it hits the Aptos defender in the back. The man he was going for was the tight end, Nick Tom, and he would have had it, but fortunately for Aptos, John Bell was there again.
Boy, that was a lucky play for Aptos. I tell you, the defender had fallen down. The defender had fallen down and regained his feet. It was just enough time to have the ball hit him right square in the back.
3rd and 12, the situation here. First quarter, we're just underway. The rain has thankfully stopped. It was pouring just minutes ago during the pregame. The field obviously affected, but it's nice now that it's not coming down.
Yeah, hopefully it'll stay that way for a while.
Exactly. Cardinals go to a 3-receiver set. Tight end Nick Tom. Man in motion, number 5, Brett Miller. Misdirection play. They go to the fullback up the middle. Little to no gain for number 23 for the Cardinals. That's Larry Figueroa. So Cardinals will punt.
Yeah, this could be a critical situation right here, Joel. Kicking the ball when it's wet like this. You never know it's going to go left and right or straight up in the air or whatever. And, of course, the young man down there fielding at number 21 or 31, I think it might be 21, he's got to have sure hands on this.
That is number 21, Andrew Ortega, back for Aptos. Doing the punting for Santa Cruz is Will Wetmore, the quarterback. One hop to Ortega. Tip taps his way forward to about the 25-yard line, so good special teams coverage by the Cardinals. Aptos will take over for their first offensive possession.
Yeah, that was a low liner. You know, if they're using the leather ball, you know, it's like kicking a piece of lead out there because it won't go very far at all. If they're using a rubber ball, you know, they can get some distance. But that was a returnable punt. It was low, but it hit and bounced right in front of Ortega, and then he was able to pick it up and get a couple steps. But Santa Cruz defended that very well.
Here comes that Aptos offense we told you about. It's the Van Meters you're looking for here. It's Brian, the quarterback, Jeff, the receiver. 2 wide receivers and a split back formation. Gives it to the man on the right side. That's the running back. Looked like number 45, David Farmer, on the carry. Got about 5 yards, 2nd and short.
Yeah, David Farmer is really a workhorse in this in the Mariners offense. That guy's a big, strong, powerful runner.
Folks, we'll just give you a preliminary heads up now. Bear with us on numbers. As we said, they're going to get muddy here in a hurry, so it could be tough later on to identify these young men, but we'll do our best. 2nd and 5, as we told you. Van Meter puts a man in motion. And again, it's Farmer up the middle. Little to no gain that time. Santa Cruz defense all over it.
Yeah, Santa Cruz sniffed that out pretty well on that last play. They were all right there waiting.
And one thing you should know, fans, if you don't know anything about either of these two teams, Aptos with a tremendous amount of depth. They only have 2 players who go both ways. Santa Cruz, on the other hand, their entire team plays both ways. So a lot to look for here in terms of fatigue and determination.
And running uphill in the mud.
Yes. 3rd and 5 here for Aptos. 2 receivers split left. Man in motion is Paul Brock. They run it again up the middle, and it looks like they will have a first down. So Aptos, despite having this great passing offense, gets 3 running plays in here, and it works for a first down. I believe it was Farmer again, but I honestly didn't see, Pat. It might have been.
Yeah, I'm not sure either who that was. It looks like number 25. It's number 25. It's Justin Green.
Ortega, too.
Yeah, it has Justin Green down there as number 25, and he was the ball carrier, I think.
Like we said, folks, tough to see here, particularly with this sort of foggy overhang after the rains. 1st and 10, Aptos at their own 35. And Meter puts a man in motion. They go left side this time, spinning his way forward. That's number 36, Nick Polizzi. And he got a nice gain there, so Aptos establishing a nice ground game here early.
Yeah, there was a huge hole there. The blocking scheme on that was really good, and they opened up a large hole for him. So they're doing a job on the offense, and probably what we might see from the Mariners tonight, rather than running their vaulted passing game here, is just keep going for 3 or 4 yards and eat the clock up that way.
And we've seen a number of players already carry the balls. We told you Farmer, that time Polizzi. Ortega likes to run it a lot as well. So Aptos with a lot of weapons at their disposal. Man in motion is Brock. And again, they go up the middle. That looked like the big fullback again, Polizzi. Still going. The pile moves forward. Looked like a rugby scrum there. Another huge gain for Aptos.
That was a terrific effort on that play, Joel. Boy, he just kept going and going. He must have had 5 or 6 guys on top of him. He just kept plowing away. So he's going to be a real workhorse tonight, it looks like.
Across midfield, that play ended up now at the 48 of Santa Cruz. 5:50 to go first quarter. Aptos trying to build on this impressive drive that they've already started here, their first offensive possession. Man in motion, Justin Green. He's got the ball. Green right side, gets a block, spins his way across the 45 to about the 43. Nice open field tackle by Santa Cruz's Billy Peterson, but not before Aptos got about 6 there.
Yeah, again, they got a nice gain on that, Joel, and I think, like I said before, they're running to the green area where he can get a little footage, and he can absolutely cut up the field on that play.
2nd and 5, we'll call it. Ball at the 43 of Santa Cruz. We approach 5 minutes to go first quarter. Man in motion, Brock. Gives to the handoff. That's Ortega. He breaks free into the secondary. Across the 30, across the 25. Goes down in a muddy heap at the 23. An impressive off tackle run by Andrew Ortega.
That was a nice effort on his part. Once he got past the hole, through the hole, he made that little breakout move to the outside, and he had running room there. And I think the Cardinals did a great job on not letting them go all the way on that one, because he certainly had running room.
He did. He had one man to beat, and fortunately for Santa Cruz, that man was not beaten. His number now covered in mud, so I'm not sure I can get it, but I'll do my best when he comes this way. Meanwhile, 1st and 10, Aptos, ball at the 24. Van Meter gives up the middle. That's Ortega. This time, flag comes in. Ortega drilled by Dick Tom, and he got some help from Christian Ramos. Nice defense by the Cardinal line.
Yeah, we'll see what we got here, Joel. I'm not sure what the flag's for. There's been no indication yet. Low block by Aptos. So that's going to,
temporarily stalled the
yeah,
drive they've had.
yeah, they did. That was too bad. They had a low block on that, so that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. So that's going to put them back.
It'll be 1st and 20 upcoming for Aptos here as the referees march it off. 4:27 to go, first quarter. We are scoreless from a muddy Memorial Field. Aptos with their first drive of the game. Now ball, it's a 15-yarder, isn't it, Pat?
Yeah, actually it's a 15-yarder, yes. It's blocking below the waist or illegal block, so it's a 15-yarder on that one.
All right, so it's now 2nd and 25, ball at the 38. Aptos going backwards now.
I think that's a tough call for an official because the guy may be slipping and fall down.
Van Meter looks right side. Pass is complete out there. I believe that was his brother. Or no, it was the big man, the tight end, Eric Knorr, number 86 on the catch. No, it was Van Meter, Pat. I thought I had it right. Jeff Van Meter on the catch. They got about 10. It'll be 3rd and 15.
Yeah, that was a nice pass play. He was right on the money. He had to come back a little bit for it. And he was covered really well. Santa Cruz defensive back did a great job in that covering. He was right on top of him.
Ball at the 33 of Santa Cruz. 3rd and long for Aptos. Van Meter on the misdirection gives to number 28. He's got room out there to the right side. Inside the 25 goes Cliff Nelson. A nice play that time. Flags on the field again.
Yeah, we got 2 hankies out there this time, Joel, so we'll find out what we got here in just a second from our referee, Rudy Berchtold. Block in the back. Oh, he called it holding. It looked like it was a block in the back. Illegal use of hands.
Looks like 2 refs saw the same thing, because as you said, there were
illegal use of hands or a block in the back.
Yeah, whatever you're putting is not good. What ends up happening is
Yeah, you got it right. That's why you're the commissioner. These guys don't know what the signal is.
Yeah,
Come on.
I got it right. The guy grabs his wrist. It's not always the holding call. He's got to get the right motion.
That's right.
You don't have the motion of motion, it ain't no good.
I guess that last penalty, I apologize, folks, was a repeat of down, so it's still 2nd down and long for Aptos. 2nd and 22. They're back at the 36. Van Meter on a quick drop goes out right side. He was trying to complete one to his brother, but the ball overthrown. Nice coverage as well by number 5, Brett Miller.
You know, that's the best place to throw it, Joel, too. He was split out wide right on the sideline with a lot of nice green grass. He's got great traction. If he can just get past the defender there, he could possibly haul that ball in. Santa Cruz, again, doing a very nice job on the defense.
3:08 to go, first quarter. Aptos with the ball on the Santa Cruz 36. 3rd and 22. Their first drive of the game started at their own 25. It has eaten up a lot of clock and a lot of ground, but they'll need to convert here to keep it going. Van Meter surveys the defense, split backs behind him. And there's a motion play, number 25. Justin Green a bit anxious that time, so they'll go backwards 5 more.
That was just a little bit of illegal motion on that.
Yeah, even I saw that one.
Yeah, you don't have to be a brain surgeon to do that one for sure. But boy, this is one of the longest 3rd down plays I've ever seen. It looks like 3rd and 100, you know?
Yeah, 3rd in the field, basically, is what Aptos is facing here, folks. But you never know with the Van Meters. If anyone could do it, it's them. Jeff Van Meter averaging close to 20 yards a catch. He'll need to better his average if they want to do it here. Here's a bit of a trick play. It's a push pass to Van Meter. And they got some yardage, but certainly not enough for a first down. So ball down to 33. It'll be 4th and long, and it's punt time for Aptos.
Yeah, sure is. Look, one thing about Aptos is they sure have a lot of faith in their offensive plan here, because throwing the ball like that, a little bit dangerous, throwing it right toward in the angle the ball is thrown and so forth. That's kind of a dangerous play. I think it's like trying to do that like that flanker screen.
Fake punt, Pat, and he's drilled on the sideline. Number 5, Brett Miller for Santa Cruz. Oh my, he was not fooled that time. Actually, he was at Number 5 or number 2. I'm sorry, folks. It was either Ramos or Miller, but either way, a punishing tackle that time. Huge momentum for Santa Cruz.
That's one it's got to be on the hit parade, Joel. That was one of the best tackles I've seen all season long. That was a marquee tackle.
Well, that one woke up the crowd below us, that's for sure. You could hear that hit up here, and if we had instant replay, we'd show that one more than once. All right, Cardinals take over at their own 34 after that huge play by their special teams. Wetmore has many options at his disposal, runs the option right side. Out there, that's number 4, Kyle Milburn. He got a bit of yardage there before a swarm of Aptos defenders brought him down.
The Mariners were able to stretch that out, run him to the sideline where he had no room to run. Again, that's a kind of a dangerous play to run in this kind of weather, Joel. That, you know, that option play like that, if that ball's a little bit wet and you don't have the right distance between you and the motion man there, that's a tough play to run.
Cardinals got 4 on that play, 2nd and 6 at their own 38. Wetmore gives it short side of the field. That's number 47 for Santa Cruz, Joe Escobar, who hurdles across the 40 to about the 42. He'll be real close to a first down. Another nice play for the Cardinal offense.
Yeah, they really had him hemmed in there, and he made that last little jump right at the end of the play and probably got another yard or so out of it. So, but the Mariners were on him, but he did that, you know, the little extra effort.
4 yards on that play, 3rd and 2 for the Cardinals as we approach 1 minute to go, first quarter. Swing pass to the left side, that's Kyle Milburn. He stopped short of the first down. Great defense by Aptos. Number 2 was out there, Neil Wilden. And he had some help. Nice defense by Aptos.
Yeah, they covered that real well, and Santa Cruz could not get their blockers out and get them set up correctly. The play hit so quick that they couldn't pick up the Mariners coming across there. So that was a great defensive job by the Mariners.
Wetmore doubles up as the Cardinal punter, which of course makes him a threat on a fake, although I don't think they'll do it here. He's back to kick, and back for Aptos again. It's Ortega. Another fine kick by Wetmore. Gets a courteous bounce, and number 1 for Santa Cruz, Billy Peterson, and they will get him for a penalty there as he drilled Ortega, who was nowhere near the ball, Pat.
Yeah, I think we might have a personal foul on that, Joe. I think that was really uncalled for. There's no way he was going to pick up that ball, and they went ahead and drilled him anyway. So it might be a personal foul on that. I'm not sure, or unnecessary roughness.
Well, 15 yards, I believe, will be the penalty here, Pat. So that will certainly aid the Mariner cause here as we have stopped the clock. 17
personal foul on that.
Yeah, that should be. I agree with that call.
Yeah, that shouldn't happen. That's just taking a cheap shot at somebody when you don't need to.
All the Aptos guys are on the other side of the field right now. That's not rigging up here. I don't know what that is. I'm trying to figure that out. I think it's the radio. You guys
All right, Pat, the referee's still discussing this one here. The Aptos offense not even on the field yet.
Yeah, I think they're waiting to see. We had 2 officials call the same thing. They saw the hit, so they're conferring with the referee now, Rudy Berchtold, and I don't think it can be anything else but a personal foul.
Yeah, that's a no-doubter. I mean, if Ortega was there to make a fair catch, if he had made that signal, that's one thing, but he had actually backtracked away from the ball and had not put his hand up, was nowhere near the play, and was basically a sitting duck.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like he's given them the option on a post-scrimmage kick, so they could take the ball back, penalize them, take the ball back, and make them punt again.
That must be the discussion, because shouldn't be taking this long. Looks like now they'll finally march it off, so.
Yeah, I think
either way, Aptos.
Yeah, it's going to be the post-scrimmage kick, I think, where they're going to take the ball back and make them punt again.
All right, well, I guess Aptos
Yeah.
Do they don't have an option here, Pat? Do they have an option of taking the penalty now or forcing them to kick, or does Santa Cruz have to kick
when
again?
it's a post-scrimmage infraction like that, the ball's not clean all the way in the kick play. It goes back to the
So Aptos
line of
doesn't have an
scrimmage,
option here. They've got to have him kick it again. So, well, Wetmore will be back to kick again. Ortega will be back to receive again, although Aptos with much better field position, at least to this point. Scoreless game, first quarter, 17 seconds to go here. From a wet but in relatively good condition field here at Memorial.
Yeah, you know, both teams have been hurt real bad with this penalties tonight. You know, that first scoring play where Santa Cruz ran the ball down and scored on the first play of the game, and they called it back. Now they got them all squared away here.
Well, Ortega now back to receive this punt at his own 40. And of course, he was about 20 yards deeper the last time. So if he catches it where he's standing, Aptos will have a nice spot to start from here. Snap is good. Wetmore gets off another nice kick, very high. Fair catch called for. Ortega backs away from it, and it just died in that mud.
Yeah.
And it just didn't go anywhere.
It
So
didn't
great
get
field position for Aptos.
And didn't get any bounce at all in that one. They were lucky on that. Wetmore, those last two punts were both great punts. Great distance, great height. Really nice job in the kicking game.
1 second to go here in the first quarter. Aptos with the ball at their own 41, 1st and 10. See if their offense can make some noise here. Van Meter with split receivers and split backs behind him. Man in motion is Brock. And the give up the middle was to the fullback, number 45. That was David Farmer. He got about a yard on the play. So that's it for the first 12 minutes, folks. We played a scoreless first quarter here from Memorial Field. Aptos and Santa Cruz tied at 0. Now let's go down to John Pengali, our other sideline reporter tonight, who's got a special guest with him, the athletic director, Bob Kittle.
Hi, thanks a lot. I'm here with Bob Kittle, athletic director at Santa Cruz High School, but also you have a couple other jobs here, and one of them's head baseball coach. Bob, how's the upcoming season look?
Well, I think it's going to be a great year in the SCCL. Everyone's doing well, and it's going to be real competitive.
Talking about doing well, how many championships have you won in the last 2 years?
One CCS, one league, so we're looking forward to going after and competing again.
Santa Cruz baseball, it's all about athletics in high school. Let's send it back to Kirsten Fairchild, who's with quarterback Will Wetmore. Kirsten?
Hey, punch team, get ready. Hey, over here. No, you don't have to play on the ball. Protect them. Hey, back down. Going the other way. Going the other way. Kyle. Hey, go up and get it. Mike, I swear you got somebody else. Hey, if that thing takes that thing hot over your head, blow the guy up that's coming for it.
Joining me now is Santa Cruz quarterback Will Wetmore, a junior who first began playing quarterback for the Cardinals varsity team as a sophomore. Will, what was last season like?
Last season was, I don't know, a lot of growing experience for me, having to be able to come in after Paul broke his leg and just trying to do the best job I could. And I mean, we went 5-5. I mean, it was kind of a success and kind of a bittersweet for me having Paul go down and me get my starting chance like that, but it was fun.
What sort of work did you do in the off season to be ready to come back and start again at quarterback?
A lot of lifting, waking up early, quarterback clubs, passing tournaments, you name it, we did it.
You have a lot of seniors on the squad, a lot of returning starters. What's it like, the talent of the seniors that you have here?
Well, I tell you, playing quarterback with all these guys around me, it's probably the easiest thing you could ever do. You throw a 5-yard pass, they run 50 yards, so it's fun for me watching them play, and got a great line to protect me, so it's fun.
It's the big game against Aptos. The Mariners pride themselves on their defense. What are you expecting from them?
They're going to be fast, they're going to be physical, and hopefully we can play a good game and come out on top, but we'll see at the end of the game.
Well, congratulations on your season and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Will Wetmore, the starting quarterback for Santa Cruz High.
You should know that Scarborough Lumber is one of the oldest and most community-oriented businesses in our region. From Pop Warner to the new Scotts Valley Falcons to the San Lorenzo Valley Cougars and Cabrillo College. Scarborough is there providing resources and support. Scarborough Lumber and Building Supply is involved because sports helps develop leadership and responsibility with our young people. From their garden store to lumber, to hardware to building supplies, Scarborough Lumber and Building Supplies, working to make our community stronger and better. Come join the party as Whiting Foods on the Boardwalk celebrates 50 years of family, fun, food, and great jobs for students and athletes. Hook up with our team and meet new friends. Enjoy your work and check out the flexible schedules. Stop in today and make the team. Whiting's Foods on the Boardwalk, celebrating 50 years as the league leader in employment for students and athletes. Hey, join the team.
Game of the Week proudly welcomes its newest sponsors, Fleet Feet Sports and Financial Strategies. Fleet Feet's experts can help athletes find the best shoe for the best price. With stores located in Aptos, Scotts Valley, and Monterey, Fleet Feet has got your feet covered. Looking to lower your house payments or consolidate debt? Call Financial Strategies. Located in Capitola, Financial Strategies will find a bank that's willing to work with you. Financial Strategies, providing the answers you need.
Bailey Properties has been serving the community for more than 28 years.
We don't just live here, we work here. We care about the future. We're involved beyond sports. We're active in the Chamber of Commerce, education, and the arts.
The original Bailey Properties was established in 1974 and now has grown to include property management and vacation rentals. The newest Bailey Properties office in Santa Cruz is centrally located to serve all of northern Santa Cruz County.
We're working with the community to build a better tomorrow. We're realtors who care. Call us today.
Wilson's Tires, providing the best tires for your car at the best prices.
Now we do much more than just tires. We do brakes, shocks, alignments, and struts for all your vehicles.
Juan grew up in Santa Cruz County and worked at Wilson's Tires for 25 years before he bought the store.
I have the best trained staff in the business. Your safety is important to us.
My grandmother wants me safe when we travel.
We're more than tires now. Why don't you stop on by, have a cup of coffee, and I'll tell you about it.
Back for the second quarter here at Memorial Field. Joel Domhoff, Pat Lovell, glad you could join us on the Comcast Game of the Week. Aptos looking to finish this league season undefeated for the first time in 12 years, taking on a tough Santa Cruz squad on their home field. We're scoreless to this point. Aptos with the ball, 2nd and 9 at their own 42. Quarterback Brian Van Meter on a keeper that time, falls forward for a couple yards. It'll be 3rd and long, Pat.
Yeah, I think that was a broken play on that, Joel, because only the quarterback and the running back moved after the quarterback moved. I think they were off on their count, and I think it was really a broken play. They didn't quite know what they were doing at that time.
Ball at the 45 of Aptos. It'll be 3rd and 6. They need to get just across midfield to keep this drive alive. We'll see what they do here. 3 receivers in the pattern. Lone running back is the fullback, David Farmer. Brian Van Meter puts Brock in motion. Brock's got the ball left side. Gets some room across the 45, but he'll be brought down short of the first down. A nice open field tackle that time by the Cardinals. Looked like number 7 over there, as well as number 32, Michael Frye, and number 7, as I said, was Michael Nortai. So 4th and short. Aptos looks like they're going to have to punt, Pat.
Yeah, it looks like this time they did bring their punt team in. Well, they did last time too, but they just they faked them by snapping it to the short man. This time looks like they're going to go ahead and follow through with the punt.
Cardinals with 2 men deep, number 5, Brett Miller, number 7, Michael Nortai. Aptos gets off a good low punt. Ooh, Miller has it left side. He's got a bit of room out here. Breaks across the 40, 45, 50, cuts back into midfield. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown! Brett Miller! Another flag is down. Don't do it to him, say the Cardinals. Don't do it to him.
Yeah, I think. That's going to be a, I think, a clipping call. Blocking the back or clipping call, I would say, from where the flag is.
For the 2nd time in this first half, Santa Cruz's Brett Miller has had a spectacular touchdown erased by a penalty. You can hear the Cardinal crowd below us voicing their disgust, but penalty or not, an impressive run for that young man.
Oh yeah, that's a shame to have two great plays like that called back. That's a real shame.
No wonder they're undefeated!
Illegal block in the back, as you said, Pat, so Santa Cruz will have the ball, but they'd rather be lining up for an extra point right now. They'll start at their own 35. 65-yard penalty. Brett Miller in the backfield behind Wetmore along with Michael Frye. I'm sure Miller's saying, don't give it to me now, Coach. I could be winded, but we'll see what the Cardinals do here. They go 4 wide receivers. Frye the lone back. Miller the man in motion. Frye gets it up the middle. Bull rushes his way forward for about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that was just a straight dive play in there, and there wasn't much there at all. He's such a powerful kid, though. He got himself about 3 yards, or it looks like almost 4 yards on the play just by falling forward with his power. He's probably about 6'2" or so, I think. We don't have the roster here that says the size and the weight, but I know he's a good-sized young man.
2nd and 7. Man in motion, Milburn. Frye again across the 45. He had a nice hole to run through there. 1st down, Cardinals.
And that little slant play was a very effective play that time. Michael Frye went for about 6 yards on that play. So that play's working good for him. This kind of misdirection type stuff.
1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Ball at their own 46. We're inside. 9.5 to go first half. Joel Domhoff, Pat Lovell, glad you could join us here on the Comcast Game of the Week. Cardinals looking to ruin Aptos's quest for a perfect league season and sew up the playoff berth that they so desperately want. 3 receivers for Wetmore, 2 backs behind him. Quick drop, looks right side, no one open. Scrambles, left side, looking for help. He gets it. Number 5, Miller, the receiver there, so a great job by the quarterback Wetmore making something out of nothing.
Yeah, that was a great job of picking up the receiver in that crowd, that he had to throw into their sideline. It's hard to see the receiver because you've got all, Cardinal red there on this side of the field, and he threw it right into the side there, and that was a great play. A really heads-up play by Luke Wetmore, the quarterback.
Wetmore, just a junior, but an experienced junior, has gotten a lot of playing time at the varsity level in his career, and he showed some moxie there and sort of drawing the defenders in, not panicking when he was flushed out of the pocket, and a nice little dump-off pass there to get positive yardage.
I called him Luke Wetmore. It should be Will Wetmore. I'm sorry. I knew his brother as a wrestler, so.
Heck of a wrestler, too.
Yeah, so I got a little confused there. Excuse me, Will. Don't hold that against me.
Frye, the ball carrier that time, and again, he bull rushes his way forward for about 3 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. They're in Aptos territory at the 46. And the Cardinals, we've talked about the Aptos offense, but the Cardinals have a number of players that can do some damage as well. Wetmore and Frye among them. Frye with the carry? No, Wetmore on a keeper. No, it's a trick play. They fooled me too. That's number 5, Brett Miller, with a incredible trick play, Pat. I didn't know who the heck had it.
Yeah, he did a great job of deception on that play. That was really nice.
Obviously, Aptos didn't know either.
No,
everyone was fooled.
They really fooled the defense on that. That was a nice play.
And a nice piece of revenge, I'm sure, for Brett Miller. As we said, he's had 2 touchdowns called back already, and he had a nice gain there. So, ball at the 27 of Aptos, 1st and 10, Santa Cruz. Split backs, now Frye goes right side. 3 receivers for Wetmore to choose from. It's a handoff right side, that's number 4, Milburn, and he's brought down. Nice open field tackle. A muddied Aptos jersey. Your guess is as good as mine on the number, Pat, but a nice play nonetheless.
It looked like number seven, yeah, strong safety John Bell, I think, made the tackle on that. John Bell's a senior for the Mariners. You know, you talked about earlier about the offense. Watsonville does have a good, Santa Cruz does have a good offense. They're averaging 334 yards a game, so they're very good. And Aptos is down to 299, so there's they got a little edge there.
Cardinals lost 4 on that play, 2nd and 14, and a penalty here. False start, I believe, will be the call here. So they're going backwards after that nice trick play. Yeah. They had 2 negative plays.
Yeah, they had a little too much motion before the snap there.
Ball marked back at the 36 now of Aptos. It'll be 2nd and 19 for Santa Cruz as we approach 6 minutes to go, first half. Cardinal crowd trying to inspire their team. Perhaps they're inspired themselves by the fact that Mother Nature has cooperated here. A downpour during the pregame, but it has not rained since we started. We'll just hope it continues. Wetmore scrambles left side. Nice throw on the run off the hands of tight end Nick Tom. So it'll be 3rd and long for Santa Cruz.
Yeah, this huge crowd is fired up tonight. Boy, all the fans here were cheering for the Cardinals out there. You could hear it, SC, SC, SC. And there's a lot of them here tonight.
3rd and 19, the situation. We'll see if the Cardinals have this play in their playbook. Wetmore will have Frye split out left, along with Brett Miller, the would-be hero. One man to the right side. Wetmore with a quick drop. It's a screen to Miller left side. Escapes one man, looking for help as he reverses field. Gets one block, still on his feet, bounces to the outside, finally brought down. Nifty running by Miller. Won't get him a first down, but impressive nonetheless.
Well, he was sure looking to find a crease in there that he could turn it up in, but they just kept stretching it out, and Will Wetmore threw a heck of a block on that play too. So he was stretching that thing out. If he could find the right crease, he might have gained a few more yards.
Well, he got about 7 on the play, so if nothing else, it'll help with field position. Back to punt, of course, as we told you, it is Will Wetmore. Andrew Ortega, the man who's deep for Aptos, although he's not that deep. A little pooch kick to the right side. Looks like it's nicely done. Gets a Cardinal bounce, and that'll be down inside the 5-yard line. A great special teams play by Santa Cruz there off an impressive punt by Wetmore. The kid can do it all.
Yeah, he looks. If there's no one down there to receive the ball, the kicking team can recover the ball. In fact, they can even catch it in the air as long as there's not a receiving team member down there in a position to field the ball.
Ball down at the 3-yard line. We're just inside 5 minutes to go. So Aptos with a huge hole to dig out of here. We're scoreless.
They're down like the 2, aren't they, Joel? Looks like they're down about the 2-yard line.
I've got it on the 3, Pat, but okay. Either way, it's not a position they want to be in.
No,
See what Brian Van Meter and the Mariner offense can do. They give up the middle, and that man's got room and plenty of it. Left side still on his feet. Out of bounds off an impressive run. That was number 25, Green. And a late penalty out of bounds as well, Pat.
Looks like a personal foul against the Cardinals. It looks like they took it beyond the out-of-bounds line over there and threw him into the stand, so they're going to get another 15 yards on that play.
Folks, that was either Justin Green or Ryan Biancardi. It was tough to pick up the number, but nonetheless, that tough field position they faced is history now as they get the great run and a 15-yarder tacked on.
Late hit out of bounds on that. That's what they called. So personal foul, 15 yards.
Ball put down at the 40 of Aptos, so a 37-yard play. 22 on the run, 15 more on the penalty. Mariners now with some room to work. Split backs behind Van Meter. They give it to the deep back on the right side, carrying a defender into Santa Cruz territory. Let's see if we can get his number. That's number 28, Cliff Nelson. An impressive run there.
That's the thing about that fly formation. They get everybody moving to right, and then he just hands it right back up the middle, and they got a huge hole that time, and they gained, what, 11 yards on that play.
Ball on the 49 of Santa Cruz, so Aptos with a nice start to this drive. They're looking to break this scoreless tie. Split backs, the man gets it again, left side this time. Again, it's Nelson. Battles his way forward. Nice first down gain there. He got about 7.
Yeah, great effort on that. He carried a couple tacklers with him. He just kept churning his legs, and he picked up about 6 yards, 7 yards on that play.
They'll give him 7, Pat. Ball put down at the 43 of Santa Cruz, so it'll be 2nd and 3. So we approach 4 minutes to go, first half.
It's funny, every good position, every drive here has been killed by a penalty. That's a shame that has to happen in there.
Don't jinx him. Don't jinx him. Give us to the fullback that time. I believe that was Nick Polizzi. That was the number I read, but either way, a nice run off tackle will be close to a first down. We'll check the measurement, and they give it to him. 1st and 10, Mariners.
Yeah, another thing they're doing that well from the center of the field, running those big backs, those big Mariner backs in there, slamming up in there, and then they seem to get away from that. You know, like I said earlier, that 3 or 4 yard charge, just keep pounding in there and may get you down there.
2 receivers split left for Van Meter, split backs behind him. Brock in motion. Van Meter still has it. He's looking deep for his brother. He's out there, makes the catch, and then they're going to rule it incomplete as he lost control as he hit the ground. Almost a spectacular catch by Jeff Van Meter, but it was not to be.
Yeah, that was a huge break for the Cardinals on that one. It looked like Van Meter had the ball for sure. When he hit the ground, the ball just came out. So he never quite had control of it. So good call by the official, and it was a great pass and everything. Just it was incomplete was the problem.
2nd and 10 for Aptos. Ball at the 39 of Santa Cruz. The Cardinal crowd imploring their defense to make a stand here. 3:12 to go, first half. Aptos with a misdirection. They go to Ortega, left side. He's still got it. Cuts back. Gets some blocks. Still on his feet. Inside the 20. A huge play for the Mariners. They'll have great field position deep in Cardinal territory.
Looked like another great second effort there by Ortega to get those extra yards. Looked like they had him back there on that short reverse coming back to the opposite side, and he just turned it up and he just kept churning and got that extra yardage.
Ball at the 16 of Santa Cruz. So Aptos, remember folks, started this drive after a nice punt by Santa Cruz at their own 3. And they've gotten themselves out of this hole to the point now where they're knocking on the door to score some points. Perhaps an injury here. Number 5 for Santa Cruz, and that would not be good news. That's Brett Miller, who hobbles to the sideline. So we'll try and keep you posted on his status. He's been the star for Santa Cruz in this first half.
Yeah, he's really been moving the ball. The trainer's going to work on him here, so we'll see if he comes back later on.
Meanwhile, Aptos trying to get on the board first here in this scoreless tie. Ortega right side, looks for some room, sees a little bit of it, gets inside the 10 to about the 9. So a nice first down play there, got about 7.
Did you notice his change up in his speed on that? He was, breaking the outside. Somebody was coming across in front of him. He just, stutter step there for a second and then split right up in the middle there and gained some more yards on that play. Ended up getting about 7 on that.
They're going to spot it at the 10, just inside the 10, so it'll be 2nd and 5, 2nd and a long 5 for Aptos. So we approach 2 minutes to go, first half. Van Meter with split backs behind him, puts Ortega in motion. They go to the fullback this time, and the pile didn't move much that time. Cardinal defense, the interior lineman doing a great job. Nick Tom amongst them. And it'll be 3rd and short for Aptos.
I could hear him down there chanting, "Stone wall, stone wall, stone wall." Jackson, that is.
That's right. Third and 2, ball at the 8. 1:25 to go, first half. Split backs for Van Meter. He gives to the deep man. I think it's Ortega. Inside the 5. Needed to get to about the 5, so that'll be a first down for Aptos. It'll be 1st and goal at the 3 of Santa Cruz as we approach 1 minute to go, first half.
Again, that was a great play right up the middle. Get that first down. Now, you know, they got, what is it? They got 1st and goal to go right now, so they're in great shape. They're on the 3-yard line.
Number of players getting it done for Aptos here in this drive. Ortega amongst them, but he's been helped by Nelson and Talisi. Impressive drive for the Mariner offense. We'll see if they can cap it off with a score. Split backs behind Van Meter. They give to the big man, number 45, across the left side. Touchdown, David Farmer. Aptos on the board first.
Yeah, it was a nice slant play like that. He ran with a lot of power, but he had a great blocking scheme in front of him. That Mariner offensive line did a great job on that play, and he just sliced right along there and dove into the end zone.
Well, Pat, we don't have heights and weights for the Aptos guys either, but you can just look at Farmer and say, that's a big man. You don't need a height and weight to know he's one of the biggest guys out there.
Yeah, he's a good-sized lad, that's for sure.
All right, we'll see if they can convert the PAT here. Looks like Neil Wilden doing the kicking, but again, I'm not 100% sure. Kick is up and good. Flag on this play, though, so we'll see. It is Wilden, the kicker, for Aptos, and we'll see what the penalty is. It's a hold on Aptos, so this will be a long PAT.
Yeah, it's going to be a long PAT now, that's for sure. That's an unusual call in that, too. Somebody must have been getting beat in there, and they just reached out and grabbed a hold of somebody.
Well, that'll be 10 yards deeper for this kick, and as we said, the field in relatively good shape, but in the middle is where it's the worst, and they'll be kicking from a dark spot on the field here. Will Neil Wilden and the Mariners. Snap and hold are good. Kick is up, and it hits the crossbar and falls aside. Kick no good. So Aptos with the touchdown by David Farmer. The crucial penalty, though, on the PAT means the score is just 6-0. And again, Pat, those little things can sometimes come back to haunt you.
That could be the turning point of the game right there. Who knows what's going to happen?
Well, 34 seconds to go first half. Despite that missed PAT, Aptos striking first here. They have the momentum, certainly, especially starting that drive at their own 2. They went 98 yards, folks. Chewed up a huge chunk of time on the clock. And now for Santa Cruz, it's a question of who's going to return the kick, because their star, Brett Miller, still on the sideline, and it looks like he could be done because he's not putting any weight on his left foot.
Yeah, it looks like he's got an ankle sprain to me. That's what I would guess. They're going to take him inside halftime and take a look at it, maybe tape him, but like you said, he's not putting any weight on it, so he could be in a whole lot of hurt right now.
And I would honestly think if they were going to tape him, they'd do it right here. They've got the training table there.
Yeah,
if they felt like it was an injury he could come back from, they'd do it now. So don't want to speculate, but it's not good looking here for Santa Cruz. Squib kick right side. That's number 3 for the Cardinals, Jamal Hunter. Looks for room. gets it out to about his own 20. So with 28 seconds to go, what do you do if you're Coach Faltus?
Yeah, that's for sure. That's a real tough one.
Do you try and get a big play here before the half, or do you just lick your wounds and go get ready for half number 2?
Yeah, it's hard to say predict what they're going to do.
Well, we know he's a gambler, right? He went for 2 last week against Soquel. He could have kicked one for a tie, and he went for the win. So nothing would surprise us.
Yeah, that's for sure. Go for the bomber here. They're in a tight formation, though. They're not in their throwing formation.
You hear the crowd behind us clapping as Miller helped off the field. Meanwhile, Michael Frye with a huge play on first down. 18-yard gain across the right side. So suddenly they're at the 38, and they call a timeout with 21 seconds to go. So Cardinals will keep going for it.
Yeah, with a gain like that, when he has a gain like that, just let him run the ball. I mean, you know, it's funny how sometimes the defense comes up real quick and stops him. And that play, he had plenty of running room in that play, and it took the Mariners a long time to adjust to get over there to pick him up. He could have just as easily broke that one as, you know, one earlier in the game.
Pat, this gives us a chance this timeout to thank our crew helping make the Comcast Game of the Week possible. Our producer and director, who's going to have a lot of fun in post-production, is Paula Mahoney. Camera people, Woody Carroll, Ron Losi, and Jack Benson, and of course our sideline reporters here tonight, Kirsten Fairchilds and John Pengelly. And just glad that we could be out here doing these games again. We had a bit of a problem with the truck, but glad to have you alongside again here, my friend.
Yeah, I was wondering if we were ever going to get back. You know, people probably wondering, they saw you and I at SLV in Watsonville. Some of my friends said, if I hear your voice one more time on TV, I'm going to shoot you. So they finally did take that game off TV. So we're happy to be back here and happy to be doing the Game of the Week.
Yeah, that was almost like a best of 7 World Series. It's like Game 4. Here's Wetmore left side. He's got a man open. That's Nick Tom across midfield into Aptos territory. Tom forced out of bounds at the 42. 15 seconds to go.
Well, they're within striking distance right now. You know, that for Wetmore, that's not that long of a throw. You know, he's got a great arm. He can throw it down in that end zone if they want to. 15 seconds, they can probably run a couple plays.
And they have 2 timeouts, folks, so they don't have to go to the sideline. They can go down the middle. We'll see what Wetmore and the Cardinals do here. 2 receivers split left. Wetmore rolls that way. It's a quick out. Pass falls incomplete. Frye, the intended receiver. 9 seconds to go. So the Cardinals still with time to run one more play, particularly, as I said, because they have 2 timeouts. So they could take 7 or even 8 seconds here to get this play off, call timeout, and have one more shot at it. And a lot of big play receivers out there, Frye among them, Nick Tom, the tight end. Kyle Milburn split close to us. Frye now goes right side. Empty backfield now. Wetmore looks to pass. He's looking left side, and there's a man that looked like he was tripped up. No call. Nick Tom looked like he got his feet tangled up with the Mariner defender. And I think the ref just missed it, or he didn't even see it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. You know, I was watching the quarterback here, and all of a sudden I saw him go down. I don't know if anybody touched him or he tripped over his own feet. I'm not sure.
Well, we'll see what kind of trick play they have here. 5 seconds to go. 3rd down, ball at the 42 of Aptos. Maybe we'll see the old hook and lateral, all sorts of options here.
It might be the quadruple reverse back to the quarterback. That could always, that's a good play.
Let's get crazy, right?
Yeah. You know,
reverse flea flicker.
Like that shirt says. Keep Santa Cruz crazier.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we'll see what Coach Faltus has drawn up here. He's got a 4 receiver set. 1 man in the backfield is Larry Figueroa. Wetmore with time goes deep right side. Nice looking throw. No one out there though, so that'll do it, folks. 1/2 in the books. And after 24 minutes of play, it's Aptos 6, Santa Cruz nothing. An impressive first half, Pat Lovell. And now that it is break time, we're going to go down to an interview with Kirsten Fairchild. She's got Jeff McCormick. Kirsten.
Jeff McCormick is joining me now. He's the starting center for Santa Cruz High. Jeff, you had quite a few personnel changes last year at quarterback. What was it like, and what's it like playing with Will Wetmore this season?
Well, I think everyone was a little nervous when Paul went down with the injury, but Will proved he can step in as a junior and did a good job for us.
You have so many talented players on this team. Do you feel that your team has played up to its potential this year?
I think we have. I think we do have a lot of talented players, and you know, I mean, it would have been nice to win the games that we didn't, you know, we weren't so fortunate in. But you know, I think we played pretty well so far.
Aptos High has been having a great season as well. What are you expecting in the trenches there tomorrow?
Well, we have an offensive line, very talented. I mean, pretty much all 4 seniors. We just expect to get it done. We're going to get it done against them.
And how about their offense? What is your defense looking for?
Well, our defense is confident that we can stop them, so we're just going to have to see tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you.
Jeff McCormack, the starting center for Santa Cruz High School.
Well, I'm here with the Aptos High cheerleaders. Let's hear it for it, girls. Oh, yeah! And not only is almost a near perfect season for the Mariners and their first undefeated season, but there's also another first. This team right here will be at the Pro Bowl in Hawaii in February. Yeah! All right. Joining me now is the head cheerleading coach, Grace Bertoni, and her daughter, Jolene. Grace, tell us what preparations are being met and what kind of fundraisers are going on for the team this year.
Okay, we will have a fundraiser mini camp in January. We don't know the exact date yet, but there'll be flyers going out. We have, I think, a gift wrapping planned in December.
And what about the $20 per person per day? How about that? No. Hey, anyway, folks, if you see some advertising going around for the Aptos High cheerleaders, let's support them and let's support high school athletics.
We'll accept any donations.
Oh, look at her. She's already asking. Hey,
we want everybody to go.
That's right. Hey, the game of the week wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for our sponsors, so let's go to them right now and give them some kudos.
You should know that Scarborough Lumber is one of the oldest and most community-oriented businesses in our region. From Pop Warner to the new Scotts Valley Falcons to the San Lorenzo Valley Cougars and Cabrillo College, Scarborough is there providing resources and support. Scarborough Lumber and Building Supply is involved because sports helps develop leadership and responsibility with our young people. From their garden store to lumber, to hardware to building supplies, Scarborough Lumber and Building Supplies, working to make our community stronger and better. Come join the party as Whiting Foods on the Boardwalk celebrates 50 years of family, fun, food, and great jobs for students and athletes. Hook up with our team and meet new friends. Enjoy your work and check out the flexible schedules. Stop in today and make the team. Whiting's Foods on the Boardwalk, celebrating 50 years as the leader in employment for students and athletes. Hey, join the team.
Game of the Week proudly welcomes its newest sponsors, Fleet Feet Sports and Financial Strategies. Fleet Feet's experts can help athletes find the best shoe for the best price. With stores located in Aptos, Scotts Valley, and Monterey, Fleet Feet has got your feet covered. Looking to lower your house payments or consolidate debt? Call Financial Strategies. Located in Capitola, Financial Strategies will find a bank that's willing to work with you. Financial Strategies, providing the answers you need.
Bailey Properties has been serving the community for more than 28 years.
We don't just live here, we work here. We care about the future. We're involved beyond sports. We're active in the Chamber of Commerce, education, and the arts.
The original Bailey Properties was established in 1974 and now has grown to include property management and vacation rentals. The newest Bailey Properties office in Santa Cruz is centrally located to serve all of northern Santa Cruz County.
We're working with the community to build a better tomorrow. We're realtors who care. Call us today.
When you need tires, get them from people you can trust at Wilson's Tires. Meet Juan Escamilla. He worked at Wilson's Tires for 25 years, and now he's the owner.
As a father and grandfather, I know the importance of having the right tires on the right vehicles. I also know the importance of having the best trained staff in the business.
My grandmother wants me safe when we travel.
Family owned and operated. Wilson's Tires at 1807 Soquel Drive, Santa Cruz.
Back for the second half on the Comcast Game of the Week. Joel Domhoff, Pat Lovell from a relatively dry, for now, Memorial Field on the campus of Santa Cruz High School. Had a nice first half by the two of the top teams here in Santa Cruz Coast Athletic League. Aptos 5-0, Santa Cruz 3-2. 1 point away from being 4-1. And Pat Lovell, that first half, everything we expected it to be.
Yeah, it sure was. It was an exciting first half, but the penalties really hurt. And the interesting thing that I forgot to start at the beginning of the show was that Santa Cruz has not lost a game at home this year. So you can look to them to come back scratching and clawing and try and pull this game out, because they don't like to lose here at their home field.
Aptos with the only score of that first half. It was a short run by the fullback David Farmer, who put them ahead 6-0. The PAT, thanks to a penalty, was no good. So the Cardinals certainly have a chance here. I believe they're going to kick off to open the second half, so they'll look for their defense to make an early statement here.
I think, Joe, one of the big things is this: we see Brett Miller return to the game. I don't know. I don't see him down here in the sideline, so he might be out of the game, and that certainly hurts Santa Cruz's offense a great deal.
And we failed to mention this at the top, but they're already without one of their stars, Jason Paris, who broke his collarbone yesterday in practice. So Paris, a huge part of this Cardinal offense. Coach Faltas told me before the game that, his absence would definitely be felt. So without Paris and potentially Miller, Cardinals will have to look for some others to do the job. All right, Santa Cruz kicks off. Back deep, it's Ortega. He gets it at about his own 10. Goes right side. Bit of room across the 25-30. Out of bounds, so Aptos will have the ball first to open the second half here.
Yeah, it was a nice run back by Ortega. Of course, he went to the green grass again, but the field, it seems like they're getting pretty good footage right now. It doesn't seem like that bad. We haven't had rain. It didn't rain, I don't think, the first half at all. It rained in the warm-ups, but it hasn't rained since, so the footage is probably a little bit better than we really anticipated it would be.
And those who have been involved with the field turf issues around the county lately, it certainly would be saying, hey, none of this would matter if field turf were here. And they're trying to get it here. Athletic Director Bob Kittle telling me before the game they're going to try and do it. I know Soquel High is looking to do it on their field, Aptos High, a lot of the local fields going to it, and this is the reason why. Avoid the mud, avoid these mud bowls, and allow these kids to play 365 days a year, no matter the weather.
Yeah, that's for sure. Plus, you get rid of the gophers, and Santa Cruz has a tough time with watering. You don't have to water this stuff. The amount of money you would save in water alone would be astronomical.
Not to mention the chemicals, as you said, to get rid of the gophers. A lot of reasons to have it. We'll hope Santa Cruz can get it done. Meanwhile, back to action. Aptos has had 2 running plays. Neither have been successful. The Cardinal defensive line has done their job. Nick Tom, number 1, Billy Peterson in there. A bunch of young men in there for the Cardinal Red. 2 plays, 1 yard. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Boy, they were all over him on that one. There was no gain whatsoever on that particular play. So they really locked him up there. We've had about 6, 7 Cardinals on that play, bringing him down.
Okay. Van Meter with 2 men split wide left, 1 wide right. 3rd and 9. Looks left side. He's got a man out here. It's number 25. That's Green. Spins his way across the 35. He'll be close to the first down. It'll depend on the spot.
That was a nice effort by Green. He got the ball and turned up. He had to hold on for just a second to get his footing, but turned up the field and gained. And it looks like they're close to a first down now. I do see that Brett Miller has returned to the field. He is on crutches, so he is done for this evening. That's a real shame, a real bad break for the Cardinals.
And then I'm thanking the sponsors.
Oh, that's right. You're not throwing that way.
The chains come out here, Pat.
Yeah, they have a measurement here to see if the Mariners got a first down here. They're real close.
I'll thank the First down there, so the measurement goes in Aptos's favor. The drive will stay alive as they look to open the second half with another score like they did that impressive first half drive. They went 98 yards.
Yeah, I think what they're going to do, maybe they found out that that's going to work for them. Don't throw the ball too much, just pound in there. Keep the short passes going and just pound away in the middle.
Ball at the 38 for Aptos. Two receivers split right, split backs behind Van Meter. Quick drop, looks right side. He's got number 4 out there. That's Drew Capurro with a nice first down gain out to about the 45. It'll be second and short.
Yeah, it looks like the ball's staying pretty dry now because it looks like Van Meter's not afraid to throw whenever. You know, he's just standing back there and throwing the ball. So it looks like that they've got plenty of confidence in the way the field conditions have turned out here without the rain.
7 yards on that first down play. Second and 3 inside 10 minutes to go, third quarter. Man in motion, Francisco Diaz. He's got the ball right side, plenty of room across midfield. 40, 30, 25. He's dragged down from behind. And a huge play for Francisco Diaz of the Mariners.
Boy, was that a well-timed play by the Mariners. The motion man coming across there. The quarterback, Van Meter, got that ball in there, and then all the motion went the other way, and I think everyone was faked very, very well in that particular play. That was a very slick play they ran.
Aptos with the third best offense yardage-wise in the league. Got a huge chunk of it on that play. 3 receivers for Van Meter on 1st and 10 at the 25 of Santa Cruz. Van Meter's quick drop, he looks left side and it hits the receiver right in the chest. Intended receiver there, number 80, Chris Humphreys, could not hang on as he slipped on the wet field. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that would have been a tough one to catch. You know, when his feet went out from underneath him, he didn't have any balance and the ball just bounced off his chest. The ball was thrown a little bit low and it would have been a terrific catch if he would have made it, but that was a tough one to catch.
Van Meter and the Mariners looking to add to a 6-0 lead early third quarter. 2 receivers split wide right. Puts a man in motion. Misdirection play. The man with the ball, I believe it's Ortega, zigging and zagging his way through a number of defenders and a nice second down gain. It'll be 3rd and short.
Yeah, there was a Cardinal right down there in the bottom. It looked like he had him around the legs and looked like he just stepped right out of the tackle and, you know, motored for about 3 more yards on that play.
And that was actually Cliff Nelson, number 28, the ball carrier, not Ortega, as I had guessed. 7 yards on the play. 3rd and 3, ball just inside the 20 of Santa Cruz. 2 receivers now to the left for Van Meter. Give us to the deep back. I believe it's Ortega. Picks his way through a hole. And it'll depend on the spot for a first down. It was Ortega.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be a little bit short on this. Looks like it's going to be 3rd down, or what do we got? 4th down? Oh, they're going to make.
They're going to go for the measurement, but I think you're right. I think it's short.
We'll find out for sure here with a sure measurement. You know, Joe, interesting, last week both these teams had close calls. One of them won and one of them lost. The Mariners, of course, won their game against San Lorenzo Valley in within the last minute of the game, where a pass was thrown and there was a face mask against SLV, and the official threw the flag, and I think everybody stopped on the play, and it enabled Van Meter, the receiver Van Meter, to run in the end zone and score, and they pulled that game out. They were down at Mariners were behind 8-7 and ended up winning the game on that particular pass play. Santa Cruz, of course, played Soquel High School, and they were ahead 21-0 at halftime, and Soquel came back, and it was just miraculously what they did. What happened, they blocked a punt, they picked up a fumble, they intercepted a pass, and they took advantage of those three situations and scored and tied the game up. And then their great running back, Dwight Lowry, broke one for 70-some yards for a touchdown. The Cardinals came back and scored, and they had to decide if they wanted to go for the win or go for the tie, and Coach Basil Faltis decided to go for the win, and the only thing is they had a delay of game penalty, put them back on the 8-yard line, so they did not get the play. So Soquel won that game by 1 point.
Meanwhile, Aptos, as you saw, successful on the measurement, so they've got a fresh set of downs at the Cardinal 15. Van Meter gives to the deep back. That's number 11 for Aptos, Wells Woodward. So again, a number of players seeing the ball for Aptos. He got a short gain that time. It'll be 2nd and long.
Yeah, I noticed what they're doing is the Mariners are bringing in a lot of different players in that backfield. The one who just made the run, Wells just made that run, and now they brought in Ryan Biancardi and another running back that we haven't seen that much of. And of course, Farmer is back in the game now in that running back slot.
Gain of 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7 upcoming. Give us to the deep back. That's number 28 for Aptos, Cliff Nelson. And he makes the across the 10, I believe. So Aptos continues to drive. We've got a stoppage of play, timeout called by Aptos. 6:54 to go, third quarter. Mariners with a 6-0 lead. And a big third down play coming here is actually the Cardinal defense stuffed Nelson for no gain. The spot I thought was a bit closer, but it'll be 3rd and 7 at the 13. And Pat, this stoppage in action will allow us to thank our Game of the Week sponsors who help make the Concast Game of the Week possible. Scarborough Lumber and Building Supply, Whiting's Foods on the Boardwalk, Cardiff Pest Control, Jerry Sports, King's Paint and Paper, Seacliff Inn Best Western, Financial Strategies, Fleet Feet Sports, Bailey Properties, and finally Wilson's Tires. Thank you one and all for helping make the Game of the Week possible. We're glad to be back after a hiatus of sorts due to some technical problems. The Game of the Week is back, at least for this week, and we're glad to be here. And of course we know that the players and the coaches and the fans and parents are happy we're back as well. We're glad to bring it to you. All right, out of the timeout, 3rd and 6 Mariners. Van Meter still has it, looks for a man. It's picked off at the goal line. The safety came across and made the interception for Santa Cruz. Huge play for the Cardinal defense.
It looked like, I think that pass, I think it was Eric Knorr, I'm not sure. It was either Jeff Van Meter or Eric Knorr. Great position to catch that pass, and the defensive back from Santa Cruz just cut him right off and stole the ball right out of the air. That was a great defensive play by the Cardinals.
Van Meter, I don't think even saw whoever it was that made that interception come across the field. A great play by the Cardinal safety there. Frye now from his own 6. Looks for room and rumbles his way across the 10, close to a first down for the Cardinals. Huge momentum on the Cardinals side now.
Yeah, I finally found something here on some of the material we had. Michael Frye, 6'2", 195-pound senior, and he is a great player for the Cardinals. And he just showed on that play, he gained 9 yards on that play all by himself, and he looked terrific on that.
Frye got 8 to the 14, 2nd and 2. Cardinals put a man in motion, and he gets the ball. That's number 4, Kyle Milburn, and he is wrapped up for a loss on the play. Number 12 for Aptos, Kyle Thoreau, with a nice play there.
Boy, he sure sniffed that out. He came flying through there and took him back for a loss. That was a great play by Kyle. He did a great job in that. He's a 11th grade linebacker for the Mariners.
So 2nd and 2 becomes 3rd and 3 for the Cardinals here. And we apologize for not getting the name of the young man who made that interception. It was at the far end of the field and tough for us to see, but still a great play, huge momentum switch because of it. Wetmore rolls out left side, looks for someone, no one there. He'll try and run for it, but the Mariner defense stops him for little to no gain, and the Cardinals will have to punt.
Yeah, there was no room on that at all. They certainly sniffed that one out real early and forced him all the way to the sidelines, and he couldn't get anybody open. So as a result, they took a loss in that play. Now they're going to have to punt the ball away.
And meanwhile, folks, unfortunate news in front of us here is Brett Miller now is on the Cardinal sideline with crutches in street clothes. So a huge blow to the Cardinal offense, not to mention their morale, as Miller had 2 spectacular runs in the first half for touchdowns that were nullified by penalties, but it was clear he was on tonight. The punt that time nicely done by Wetmore. He gets it out close to midfield. Aptos will take over.
That was a real nice punt, but again, we saw what happened, Joel, because of the muddy field. When that ball hits that mud pie, it just stops the ball dead. There's no roll hardly at all, just dead, and it stops the return, and it also stops the ball from a good roll. But that was a very nice punt by Will Wetmore.
Aptos takes over at the Cardinal 48, 1st and 10, 4.5 to go, 3rd quarter. Man in motion gets the ball. That's number 5 for Aptos, Paul Brock. He got about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
You know, actually, it's turned out to be a pretty nice night right now. Everybody's got their umbrellas down pretty much, and we have no rain, and so it's nice and cool, crisp night. If we would have had a dry field, it would have been a lot better, but it's turned into be a real nice evening tonight.
You're right, Pat, and also fortunate that there has been no wind here tonight, because that can often make Memorial Field feel like Candlestick Park. But as you said, knock on wood, we've been fortunate here. Van Meter gives to the deep back, flag down on the play.
Probably going to
Cardinal defense was there. We'll check the penalty.
Probably going to have a holding call against the Mariners. That the way the flag come in there, and it looked just like a holding play. So they'll be back there 10 more yards now.
Cliff Nelson, the ball carrier on that play, but his short gain will go for naught as they'll go backwards 10 yards. It'll be 2nd and 18. Ball now at the 44 of Aptos. So the Mariners leading 6-0, 3:40 to go, 3rd quarter. Trying to go undefeated in league play for the first time in 12 years and continue the momentum they've built heading into the CCS playoffs. Cardinals, meanwhile, some believe are in, but others believe may be on the fence. A win would lock up a playoff spot. Van Meter still has it, has plenty of time. Looks for his brother who's double teamed. Still got it right side, now goes to his brother, and he's out there. Catches it at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Mariners, Jeff Van Meter. Beat the double team, and the Mariners up by 12.
That was a real smart play by Van Meter. He just kept running. The 2 defenders, I think, didn't think that Brian Van Meter could throw the ball that far. It looked like they came back toward the ball, and the other Van Meter just kept running, you know, so that was that. So Jeff Van Meter just kept on running down the field, and there he was. Double coverage, he beat both of them.
And Pat, I think what you said there was very important. The defenders didn't think Brian could throw it that far. He was on the run, had a couple defenders that looked like pretty close to him, and he unleashed a powerful spiral down the sideline. That was as good a ball as we've seen thrown in the league all year. And as we know, his brother Jeff with as sure hands as anyone in the league, and rain or not, that was a nice play. It's now 12-0, and Aptos will go for 2.
Yeah, I think also they may have thought that he was he was out of bounds over there too, because it had to be right on the sideline.
Try for two, no good for Aptos that time. They went up the middle, and the run unsuccessful. So 12-0 now Aptos, 3:16 to go. The Cardinal offense is going to have to go to work now, Pat.
Boy, they got something they got 12 points to catch up on now. That's going to be a big workload for them.
Well, as we said, they're looking to go undefeated, are the Aptos Mariners. 6-0 in league play is their quest. And we told you about the Van Meter brothers and this high-powered offense, and you just got a taste of it there, folks. An impressive scramble, an impressive throw on the run, and a just as nice catch by the brother. Brothers seem to have that extra little bit of karma working for them too, right? They've been playing together since they were little. They seem to know where the other one's going to be and how to get it there.
Yeah, they sure do. That's a big factor.
Here comes the kickoff. It goes left side to the Cardinals' Jamal Hunter. We'll see what he can do. Across the 20, cuts back, 30, 35, 40. So an impressive run for Jamal Hunter of the Cardinals, giving them nice field position to start this drive.
He had some running room on that. It's just too bad he couldn't have got one more step, and he would have been on his way, I think, for possibly another Cardinal touchdown.
Hunter got it to the 41 of Santa Cruz, so we'll see what Will Wetmore and the Cardinal offense can do with this field position. 3:08 to go third quarter. They trail by 12. Two receivers split left, Milburn in motion. Give is to Frye up the middle. Fights his way close to the 45-yard line. It'll be second and about 6. And one thing you notice about Michael Frye, it's never the first guy that brings him down.
No, there was a host of tacklers on that one also. And, you know, he got like 3 yards in that play. And, you know, that defensive line of the Mariners is pretty tough. But he just, you know, kept driving his legs and got himself a couple more yards.
They'll give him 4, second and 6, ball at the 45. Give is to Frye again. This time he's met right at the line of scrimmage. Looked like number 12 for Aptos, Kyle Thoreau, was the first one there. And I'm not sure who took more damage, Frye or Thoreau.
Yeah, that was a great hit. He stopped him before he could get any momentum going whatsoever. He just put his helmet down and really took a shot at Frye and stopped him dead in his tracks.
Frye may have gotten a yard there. It'll be 3rd and 5. Cardinals need to get just past midfield to keep this drive going. So we're inside, 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Wetmore has Milburn split wide left. Frye behind him. Wetmore still has it, escapes the sack, gets a pass off, incomplete. But a nice job by the junior quarterback to avoid the sack there, Pat.
Boy, that was a real heady play on his point. You know, on his part, you don't find a lot of college players that think that quick to get rid of that ball and not take the sack and be put way back there. It's a shame that, you know, we have 4th down now. Too bad he couldn't have completed that pass, but anyway, he gave it the old college stride.
Well, as we told you, Wetmore doubles up as the punter. We'll see if Basil Faltis is thinking fake here. Wetmore will kick it, gets off a pretty good one. Ortega takes it on a hop. Man is down there, though, to swallow him up. That's number 55 for the Cardinals, Jeff McCormick. So Cardinal special teams have certainly gotten the job done here tonight.
Yeah, the kicking game has been very, very strong on both sides of the ball. That particular play, Ortega tried to get some footage there, and that just shows you how wet the field was, because he kind of lost his footage there, and it gave the defender a chance to zero in on him and make that tackle.
Aptos will start this drive at their own 24 as we approach 90 seconds to go, third quarter. Van Meter has 2 men split right. Split backs behind him. Gives to the deep back who breaks through the initial defense and gets 5 or 6 yards. The way they've been going, it's either Ortega or number 28, Nelson, and it was Nelson that time on the carry. They're going to give him 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4.
Nelson's been doing some damage in there. You know, he's not a guy that's been touted very highly. We haven't heard a heck of a lot of him, you know, throughout the season, but he's doing a good job tonight.
Aptos content to milk the clock for every second they can with a 12-0 lead. 3rd quarter winding down. Van Meter gives to the man in motion. He's got some room, but he's finally cut off. A nice open field tackle by Michael Frye on Francisco Diaz of the Mariners.
Yeah, they had that strung out all the way to the sideline, so there was no way he was going to get very many yards on that particular play. The Cardinal defense was up for that one.
Michael Frye, as you said, cutting off the corner, so no gain there. It'll be 3rd and 4. 20 seconds to go, 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Michael Frye has got to be one of the best two-way players in this league. He plays the whole game, both sides of the ball. He's a devastating runner, devastating tackler. I mean, he is really, you know, a two-way player. I think that he's going to have a great career ahead of him.
They're going to bring out the measurement here. I didn't think he got much yardage, but apparently they're going to, he got something. He got close enough to measure. Like, from my perspective, a kind spot by the referees, but we'll see how close they are. And he got it.
Yeah,
wow.
It was such a slow slanting play. It didn't look like he gained any yardage at all.
Yeah, well,
it looked like he was running parallel.
They needed about 3.5, and he got 3.5 and 2 inches.
So they,
just enough.
So they fooled the experts up here in the booth tonight.
That's right. There's one thing we are, right? It's experts. Yeah, right. Tongue in cheek. 1st and 10, ball at the 35. 20 seconds to go. Clock starts, and Aptos, I'm sure, will just be content to let this clock run out. They don't need to run a play. They won't run a play. So 3 quarters in the books in the Comcast Game of the Week, folks. It's been all Aptos to this point. The score at the end of 3, Aptos 12, Santa Cruz nothing. Now we're going to go to an interview Kirsten Fairchild did before the game with the heroes who you just saw, the Van Meter brothers. So let's go to that.
I'm here with the twin tandem, identical twins from Aptos High. To my left is Brian Van Meter, the starting quarterback. To my right is Jeff Van Meter, the starting wide receiver. All right, Brian, what's it like having your brother out there to play catch with this year?
Well, it's great because it's having someone that I always know that can catch the ball, because I've been playing with them since we were little kids, and it's just like we know that we can both perform at high levels, especially with each other, because we're so used to being around each other.
Is this the biggest game of the year for you right now, playing Santa Cruz High?
Oh, definitely, because I think we've taken each game as a big game, and that's been a great credit to our success, because we've been preparing every week like this every week we've prepared the same to do well, and so I think we had a great week of practice this week, just like we did against Watsonville.
What will you remember most about being a Mariner?
I think just the incredible teammates that I've had here. Have a terrific offensive line and just a great defense, and just everyone here is so close, and it's just like we never have many arguments. It's just like all of us can relate to each other, and we're all just close friends.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's talk to the twin brother. This is your first year on varsity. What has meant the most to you so far?
Oh, what meant the most is just how everybody on my team has accepted me as a new member of the team, and kind of helped me along as the way, because I've had to just learn from scratch, starting, just coming to the team, and I didn't really have any wide receivers. There weren't any other senior ones that had been on the team in a year, so I looked at my coach a lot, Dante McLeod, and he's really guided me through this season and helped me along.
Santa Cruz has become well known for its linebacking core. What are you expecting from the Santa Cruz defense in the game?
Well, we've got a great rushing game, so we're hoping that we can get them with the rushing game to open up the passing game a little more, and that's where just hoping for our offensive line to give us a big game like they have all season. They've been doing a great job, and we're just looking to move the ball 10 yards at a time, push it down the field, not try anything dangerous, just keep the ball in our hands.
It seems like Aptos was a bit overlooked, a bit underrated at the start of the year. Do you feel that you all have gotten the respect that you've deserved?
Yeah, I think we've gotten the respect we deserve now. We've proved to everybody that we've been working hard all summer, and now we've got one more game to show that we are the best in the league, and we just got to go out there and just do what we can to just take the league title to our own.
Well, thanks for joining us. Congratulations to both of you on a terrific season. Good luck the rest of the way. The Van Meter twins from Aptos High.
Jerry's back. Yes, Jerry Sports is back in business. So let's play Find Jerry Sports. We'll start at the old store. Head south to 41st Avenue on SoCal Avenue. Turn right before the bridge that takes you to SoCal Drive. Do not go over the bridge. Go past Staples on SoCal Avenue frontage road. Then go 7/10 of a mile. We're right next to All American Motorcycles. Sorry, Jerry probably won't be outside waving you down though. Come in and see our great selection of shoes and sporting goods today. Jerry's back.
New faces are emerging from your favorite paint stores. You know Bill King.
And now the prodigal sons have emerged. There's Ron's son, Tom, and my son, Tyler.
So it's Tippy Canoe and Tom and Tyler, too.
The best fish stories and the biggest lies right here at King's Paint and Paper.
King's Paint, conveniently located between Alaska and Mexico.
Severino's Grill is acclaimed for its appealing atmosphere and delicious food. The casual setting complements the award-winning menu, featuring seafood, pasta, and excellent cuts of meat. Severino's Grill offers its guests a fun dining experience. Treat yourself to delicious meals served in our dining room with views of our patio, surrounded by lush gardens, a koi pond, and a waterfall. Whether dining inside or out, you'll love our signature cocktails from Severino's Bar. Come to Severino's Grill and get hooked.
Your home is too important to trust just anyone. Cardiff Pest Control has been serving Santa Cruz County over 60 years with their proven techniques and top professionals.
The challenge facing me is to maintain our 63-year tradition of local ownership and dependable service.
When you talk to Cardiff, you talk to
me. Call us anytime. We've been here for 63 years. We're here when you need us. We are your pest solution.
Every day is special at Upper Crust Pizza and Pasta. Monday night, what good is football without authentic handmade pizza with the taste of Sicily? Tuesdays is all-you-can-eat pizza night. Wednesdays, all-you-can-eat pasta night. For it on Thursdays, it's family night. Stop by for baby back ribs and lots more. And Fridays, well, you're on your own, sort of. Upper Crust Pizza and Pasta, locally owned for 25 years, taking care of family and community with fresh food and more. Daily lunch specials and full-service family dining. Upper Crust Pizza and Pasta.
Back for the fourth quarter, Joel Domhoff, Pat Lovell, Kirsten Fairchild, John Pengelly. Glad you could join us here. Final game of the SCCAL regular season. Aptos looking to go undefeated for the first time in 12 years with a 12-0 lead over the Cardinals of Santa Cruz High. Pat Lovell, it's been a back-and-forth game. A couple penalties early cost Santa Cruz some touchdowns, and since then, Aptos has dominated offensively.
I think, you know, what we're seeing is with the real outstanding players, some of the real outstanding players for Santa Cruz, some are still on the field, but the few that are injured have really hurt the Cardinals tonight. But they came off that bench here before the fourth quarter, at the end of the third quarter, and they all had their hands up in the air with 4 fingers, meaning that they're ready for the fourth quarter. They're going to try and get back into this ball game if they can.
Cardinal cheerleaders looking to get this Santa Cruz side of the crowd going here. Is out of the timeout. It's 1st and 10 Aptos. They have it at their own 34. Cardinal defense needs to make a stand here. Man up the middle as the pile moves forward, still on his feet. Didn't get the number, but whoever it was, an impressive run. We'll see who comes out of that pile. It's number 28. Who else? Cliff Nelson doing it again, Pat.
Yeah, that was a nice play. Nelson again going for the extra yardage. The Mariner offensive line got the Cardinals back on their heels a little bit and just pushed them back and kept going. And the guy, I'm afraid when the guy goes down there in that mud pile, though, he's liable to suffocate down there.
Ball at the 41, 2nd and 3. Aptos, as we said, will be content to let the clock wind. They've got the lead and the ball. Give us to the deep back Ortega that time. And it'll depend on the spot here as he fought his way close to the 45, which is where he needs to get the first down. They're going to call it short.
Yeah, Joe, I think the other thing that we're maybe seeing now also is, you know, the Mariners have such a huge bench over there. They can put a lot of different players in the game, and we might be seeing a little bit of a fatigue factor set in here on the Cardinals. So they just don't have the number of players or the size players that the Mariners have.
Great point, Pat. We mentioned that in the first half, that Aptos only has 2 players who go both ways. Cardinals, pretty much their entire team is out there in some way or another on both sides of the ball. 3rd down run is enough for a first down. A nice run for Aptos. Again, that's number 33 for the Mariners, Francisco Diaz. So a number of men getting it done here for Coach Bill Garrison. It's another first down, Aptos.
Francisco Diaz did a great job on that also. He found that hole and just kept his legs churning and got through there. It looked like they had him stop there, and all of a sudden he spurted through there. So he's another guy that's going to be a great asset to this team if he's around next year.
He is. He's just a junior.
Yeah,
so
Francisco is only a junior.
Van Meter with a fresh set of downs. Ball midfield. Looks to pass on first down. Not sure if it was his brother. No, it was number 80 that time, Chris Humphreys, making the catch. So Coach Garrison mixing it up a little, first down pass.
Yeah, they're using a little versatility there, throwing it to somebody else. You know, I would imagine that they could be covering Van Meter, you know, with double coverage on him. And so some of these other receivers, like a guy like Humphreys, you know, he could be a big asset tonight.
Of course, the double team didn't stop Van Meter on the touchdown. And actually, folks, I should say it's Bob Rawls making the calls for Aptos on offense. Coach Garrison, the defensive coordinator for Aptos. Misdirection play that time as they go the far side of the field on 2nd and 6. Not sure who ran it that time, folks. As we warned you, it's getting tougher to see numbers, but nonetheless an impressive 2nd down run. It'll be 3rd and 1.
It looked like Dave Farmer on that play. It looked like Dave Farmer was the ball carrier.
It'll be 3rd and 1. Ball at the 41. 8:50 to go in this ball game. The clock an ally for Aptos now. They've got the ball in the lead, as we said. Diaz in motion. They give to the fullback. Likely Farmer again. See if we can read the number out of the mud this time. But it's a first down run, whoever it was. Number 36, Nick Polizzi on the carry that time. So again, they come at you in waves, Pat.
Yeah, they have. They're bringing them in and putting them in, pulling them out, putting them in, pulling them out. They're running off tackle inside there, play after play, and it looks like they're just pounding a little bit in there now.
That Mariner offensive line doing the job here as they're starting to wear down the Cardinals defense. They're pounding the ball now. Van Meter still has the ball off the play action, goes deep to his brother, out there, incomplete. So again, despite the double team, they went for it and they almost got another one.
That's right, they had the double coverage on him that time, and he was outrunning them. And you know, notice what happened is when Brian Van Meter threw the ball, just before he threw the ball, he slipped, and that might have just taken the touch off, just enough where it didn't have quite enough zip on it to get there.
Number 7, Michael Nortai. Number 12, Matt Merrill. A couple of basketball players at Santa Cruz High out on the coverage that time. 2nd and 10 for Aptos. 8:03 to go. There's a nice tackle for a loss that time. Frye and number 45, Adam Kress, throw down the Mariner ball carrier for a big loss. It'll be 3rd and long.
Adam Kress broke through there. Let's see, Adam, let's see what year he is. Adam is a senior himself here, and could be possibly his last game for the Cardinals, but he really showed some great discipline on that, staying at home and breaking through there and making that tackle.
Loss of 4. Ball now at the 41, 3rd and 14 for Aptos as the clock winds towards 7 minutes to go. Van Meter has 2 men split left, now sends one out right. Quick drop, looks left side. He's got time, no one's open. Scrambles left, thrown down for a loss. Nice defensive stand by the Cardinals that time. It'll force Aptos to punt.
We got a late flag. It's probably a dead ball and sportsmanlike conduct call, I think, against the Mariners bench. So you're going to see them put back. That's what I would see the play being.
Well, a Cardinal fan will say it's about time. Seems like every flag that's come down has been at a crucial time that's cost Santa Cruz something.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Mariners, and going to take the ball back now 15 yards.
Well, that will help on this punt return, obviously.
Yeah, because they're going to have 4th down and a ton now, you know, to get up there. So that play really hurt him.
Michael Nortai and Jamal Hunter will be the 2 deep backs for Santa Cruz on this punt return. Both of them capable of taking it to the house, as they've shown here. Certainly Hunter had a nice kickoff return earlier, and I'm sure Coach Basil Valdez would love to see him replicate that here on the punt.
You know, the coaches got to be careful now on this, because they get another unsportsmanlike conduct. One of the coaches could be ejected from the field, and that keeps them out of the CCS playoffs. So that could be a real tough penalty on them.
Ball put down now at the Aptos 40. So I believe it's Neil Wilden doing the punting for Aptos. He's gone backwards quite a bit, obviously. No, I'm sorry. That's number 16, Kevin Hurley. Short punt takes a Santa Cruz punt, Santa Cruz bounce, I should say. Ball down just inside the 30. That's where Santa Cruz will start. They've got 6:48 to go. They're down by 12.
Yeah, it was a low snap and just kind of a pooch kick on that. It wasn't a real boom or anything, but, you know, he got him down the field. You know, Joe, other games that are happening tomorrow in the SCCAL in Week 10, we have Watsonville at Harbor at 2 o'clock, SoCal at Scotts Valley at 2, and San Lorenzo Valley is playing school from up in Sacramento at 2 o'clock.
None of those games, however, as big as this one. This one has got all sorts of playoff implications. Wetmore sacked on the first play. He had a lot of time. No one got open. And finally, the Mariners defense was able to run him down for a huge loss.
Number 92, Glenn Giesman, was the guy in that. He's a 11th grade defensive lineman. He tracked him all the way. He came all the way from the far side and took Wetmore down from behind. I know Glenn is also a member of the wrestling team at Aptos High School.
Loss of 6 on the play. 2nd and 16 for Santa Cruz. 3 receivers for Wetmore. Drops back. He's looking deep left side. He's got a man out here. Hits him in stride. That's number 3, Jamal Hunter. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cardinals! What a throw by Will Wetmore, hitting Hunter in stride. He takes it to the house, 77 yards. Just like that, the Cardinals are back in it.
That was a great RAC, huh? Run after catch. And there was no flag on the play, thank God.
Yes, that's exactly what Santa Cruz fans are saying. There's no yellow. There's no yellow. No flags. Unbelievable. Hunter caught it in stride. Had one-on-one coverage. Couldn't have asked for a better play.
Well, that puts the game within reach now, so they're not completely out of it yet. Santa Cruz is going to take timeout, see if they want to go for a one-pointer or a two-pointer. Oh, Aptos. I'm sorry, Aptos took timeout.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Aptos calling timeout there, Pat Lovell?
Yeah, I was surprised on that.
Wow.
Now you wonder what Coach Faltis will do. I would imagine he would go for one here because, you know, it might be too early to go for two. So.
Well, yeah, remember Aptos has 2 touchdowns, but they have not been successful on point after attempts. So Cardinals just need to kick one through and score another touchdown and they'll win. So yeah. Suddenly it has gotten a lot more dramatic, hasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly has. And you know, like we said, with the rain stopping now, they're airing that ball out. And, you know, we couldn't ask for a better show. We got the 2 best quarterbacks in the SCCAL going against each other tonight, and it's made for a real exciting game.
Well, you recapped that Santa Cruz SoCal game last week. That one, of course, the Cardinals had the lead and gave it up. Now they're trying to sort of reverse things here and take the lead away from Aptos after trailing, and they're going for 2. Wetmore back to pass. Looks, he's got a man out there. He overthrows Nick Tom, who was wide open. And wow, I'm surprised they went for 2, Pat.
Yeah, I am also. The pass was a little bit high. He was running wide open though back there, but Will let the ball go. It was just a little bit high and couldn't quite get to it. But now they're, well, who knows what situation they'll be in next time they score.
Well, of course, we talked about the conditions of the field after the pretty heavy rain we saw prior to kickoff, and perhaps that went into Coach Faltis' thinking to go for 2 there. Plus, his quarterback was obviously hot after having thrown a perfect ball to Jamal Hunter for a 77-yard touchdown, and he must have felt like, hey, we've got the momentum, and a muddy kick is no more likely to be successful than a 2.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But it'll be interesting if they score another one, what he'll do, right?
Yeah, and it seems like their kicker, the Santa Cruz kicker, he's very well versed in kicking. Peter Van Zandt, he's been a very good kicker throughout the year, I think.
They've also got Kyle Milburn listed as a kicker, so, oh well, we'll see. First they got to get it back. Kickoff is handled by Ortega, breaks free across the 20. Pretty good return from the Mariner perspective. Ortega gets across the 25, so with 5:51 to go, we've got a ball game, folks. Aptos 12, Santa Cruz 6. Cardinals making Aptos work for that perfect season they're looking for.
It'll be interesting to see now if the Mariners try and just run the ball on the ground, go for the short yardage plays, and keep control of the ball and run the clock out, or if they'll try and throw the ball, you know. You don't want to sit on that lead. So many times you've seen that happen, and it comes back to bite you in the rear end.
Van Meter and the Mariner offense take over, 1st and 10. Give us to the deep back right up the middle. Little to no gain on that play. I believe that was Ortega on the carry, and may have gotten a yard or 2, but nice defense by the Cardinals.
Yeah, they had that play snipped out pretty good. They tried to, you know, slant, and then they ran right up the middle, and they stopped them real well right there in the center.
They actually gave him 3, ball at the 30, 2nd and 7. We approach 5 minutes to go from Memorial Field. Cardinal crowd urging their team on. Give us to the deep back again, and he's drilled again. Nick Tom amongst the defenders, along with number 56, Robert Dial, in on that tackle. So nice defense for the Cardinals. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, the Cardinals, you know, are also team defense, or number 2 in team defense, only allowing 241-yard average, and they're certainly showing the defensive prowess at this time.
Actually, I gave credit to Dial, that tackle. Maybe it was McCormick. I thought it was a 58. I don't have a 58 on my roster. Nonetheless, a nice play. 3rd and 5, 4.5 to go. Give us to Ortega on a sweep. Flag comes down. I think he'll be short anyways, and look like maybe a hold, Pat.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a holding call the way the flag came in there again. Yeah, holding, and that play was that was very strange that they took so long to run that play. They shifted the whole backfield. Everybody got set. Then they started the motion man. They were close to being out of time on the 25-second count. And then they get caught for a holding call. So they really put themselves in a hole in that one.
Penalty won't matter, though, because the Cardinal defense stopped Ortega from getting a first down, which, of course, means it'll be 4th down, and the Mariners will have to punt. So the Cardinal D did their job. And, again, it'll be Nortai and Hunter back to receive this punt. We approach 4 minutes to go. Cardinals trying to mount the comeback. Low snap. Handled, though, by the punter. Gets off a good kick. Keeps it away from Hunter, so a great job by number 16, Kevin Hurley of Aptos, their punter, handling the low snap, Pat, and able to not only control it, but then get off a very good kick. He's got
that was a great kick for such a low snap. The thing on that too, you know, it looks like the Cardinals aren't really rushing the kicker. You know, they could have possibly blocked that also, which would have put him in a great position with the ball on the ground like that. That's, you know, sometimes that's almost an automatic, but they may have been looking for the return, you know.
It'll be interesting to see the Mariner defense now after they got burned in the one-on-one coverage last time from virtually the same spot on the field. Cardinals at their own 24. Looked like Wetmore wanted to make the same throw. Instead, he completes one across the middle. A nice tackle, but a nice job of hanging on to the ball by number 4, Kyle Milburn. And the Cardinal offense is rolling now.
That was another one for the hit parade, wasn't it? No, looks like they're going to no-huddle offense. They're sure coming up there quick.
3:40 to go, 1st and 10. Cardinals with the ball at their own 39. Wetmore, 3-step drop on a slant. He was trying to hit Nick Tom, who couldn't hang on. 2nd and 10. It'll stop the clock and allow everyone to catch their breath.
Yeah, it looks like they're going into that 2-minute drill. Looks like they were trying to hustle, you know, use the no-huddle offense, use that 2-minute drill and get that ball off real quick before the Mariners could settle into any kind of a defensive set. But nice pass thrown right to him, and he dropped the ball.
Cardinals with the ball at their own 39. They trailed by 6, 3.5 to go. They trailed by 12 just moments ago. Some think they need to win this game to make the playoffs. Wetmore rolls left. Got a man out here again. It's Milburn on the catch. Nice play out of bounds at the 47. Cardinals with all 3 of their timeouts. Plenty of time with 3:10 to go. More importantly for them, it's 3rd and about 3, so they need to get the yardage here, Pat.
Yeah, they certainly do, and I wonder if he will punt the ball away if they don't make it, or he'll try and go for the first. It depends. I would imagine they would probably try and throw the. Oh, he can't do it now. Michael Frye is out here wide to the left, so I don't know what they'll do.
3rd and short. Wetmore with a quick drop. He's got a man out here. That's Hunter. Nice job by Hunter to escape the defender. Gets out of bounds with a first down. So Wetmore to Hunter has become the combination. 1st and 10. They're at the Aptos 41.
It looks like that Hunter's got some great speed. They're going to have to keep our eye on him because, you know, he made that long run, and, you know, he's very, very quick. And if he gets by that you know, through past the defensive line, he's on his way.
Well, that's what Coach Basil Faltis told me before the game they wanted to do, was set up some one-on-ones where his athletes could take over. and we've seen Hunter do that in the fourth quarter. Wetmore looks to Tom, catches it at the 35, breaks a tackle, falls forward to about the 32. He'll be close to another first down.
Yeah, they're certainly making that short passing game work for them now when they have to. No huddle offense. Here we go.
Tom did get enough. First and 10, ball at the 32. Wetmore is in the zone right now. 3 receivers right, 1 left. He's looking Tom's way again. He can't handle that one. Incomplete, but again, that more than anything will allow us to catch our breath. 2nd and 10, 2:29 to go.
Yeah, the ball was thrown off just slightly. I mean, that would have been a great catch if Toms could have caught it, but you know, Nick Tom just couldn't quite hold on to it. It was nice thrown ball though by Wetmore.
All right, folks, again, it's 12-6 Aptos, 2.5 to go from Memorial Field. Cardinal quarterback Will Wetmore has led 2 impressive drives. One was just a bomb. This one's been a series of short, accurate passes. He scrambles here, looks for a man, incomplete. He tried to go to Nick Tom once again, and now it'll be 3rd and 10. Of course, it's 4-down territory, ball at the 33.
That was a low thrown ball, and it was almost picked off by the Mariners. The Mariners scooted right in front of Tom's on that play and tried to scoop it up, but it was just a little bit too low, and he couldn't hang on to it. So this is a very, very crucial 3rd down right here for the for the Cardinals.
And surprisingly, Milburn, number 4, goes to the sideline for Santa Cruz on this play. 3rd and 10, as we told you, though, if they don't get it here, they'll certainly go for it on 4th. Wetmore's got a man coming in on him. He gets the pass away. Trying again to go to Tom, who was well covered. So now it'll basically come down to this. 4th and 10, 2:17 to go. Santa Cruz needs to get to the 23 to keep their hopes alive.
Yeah, the Mariners certainly sniffed that play out. They were all over him on that one. Wetmore didn't have a chance.
Cardinal crowd on their feet, as is the Aptos side of the field. 4th and 10. Wetmore back to pass. He's going deep. He's got Hunter out there. He's double teamed. He makes the leaping catch, but he was out of bounds. Jamal Hunter with a spectacular catch, but I think they got it right. I think they got it right. The Cardinal crowd did not agree, but I thought I saw Hunter's left foot out. And now it'll be up to the Cardinal D. What an impressive pass, though, by Wetmore.
Come on, you got a replay right now.
Cardinal crowd voicing their displeasure, but in my opinion, he was out. And now they're calling a penalty here, Pat.
Yeah, it's unsportsmanlike conduct, I'm sure, on the Cardinal bench is what happened. So they didn't agree with the out of bounds call on that particular play.
Wow, well that's huge. This is not a time to be losing their cool because they could still do it. 3 timeouts. Their defense has been tough this 4th quarter. With 3 stops, they could force a punt. Muddy conditions. They had a bad snap last time. A lot could still go wrong for Aptos. Run up the middle that time, about 5 yards across midfield. Nice first down run for number 28 of Aptos, Cliff Nelson. And Santa Cruz will use its first time out. So huge turn of events there, Pat, and the Cardinals should not have lost their cool there after the unsuccessful 4th down play.
Yeah, that put them in too much of a hole, you know, at that point in time when you don't need that because you're just adding fuel to the fire and giving the Mariners a better field position. You just can't do that, you know.
It was a spectacular catch by Hunter, as I said, and an equally nice throw by Wetmore, but I'm pretty sure his left foot was out. It was a double team situation, and they put it up there, and Hunter made the play. Just couldn't quite keep his foot in, and They say it's a game of inches, and that could be what keeps Aptos' season perfect.
Yeah, and it's too bad we didn't have a replay on our replay camera. We could take a look at it, you know.
Well, what does the NFL have that we don't have? Well, why don't we get instant replay? They just have a couple $1 billion, right?
Yeah, that's right.
1:57 to go, 2nd and 5 Aptos. Inside Santa Cruz territory now. The Mariners will call timeout, their last timeout of the game. So
the Mariners were very confused in that play. They had people spread out all over the place, you know.
Folks, this stoppage in play will allow me to say some words here that are very important, so I hope you all pay attention. First of all, we'd like to give special thanks to Mark Ligon and John Boucher, who each gave 14 years of dedicated service to the game of the week. Mark and John were a joy to work with, and we are sorry to no longer have them with us. Also, you know, the game of the week has been around since 1987. It's featured literally thousands of high school athletes. It's been such an important part of this community. Many take it somewhat for granted, and we're urging you to show your support for the game of the week by writing to us, and we're going to put an address up a bit later, but we do want you to urge you to voice your support for us as we're struggling with some financial difficulties here, and be ashamed to see the game of the week go. As you know, a couple other programs had been cut, and we'd hate to see this one go as well. So again, if you'd like to voice your support here, write to us, folks. Write to Comcast, 106 Whispering Pines Drive, Scotts Valley, California, 95066, and let us know why the game of the week has been important to you and your family. Your support will go a long way in ensuring that the young athletes you're seeing here today will be able to enjoy watching their athletic achievements on local TV for years to come, as they have done since 1987, and we want this to continue. And it's a lot of fun for us, Pat. I know the community gets a lot out of it, and so we're urging everyone to voice their support.
Yeah, that's a great deal. You know, the game of the week has been such a, you know, a pillar in this community for such a long time. We really need to keep supporting that and hope we can keep it going in the future.
Meanwhile, 3rd and 3, 1:50 to go. This is a huge play for the Cardinal defense, and the Aptos offense for that matter. Van Meter patiently waits, gives to the deep back, who's drilled for a loss. Nick Tom with a huge tackle, and the Cardinal defense has done its job once again. Timeout, Santa Cruz. 1:41 to go, and how big is that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty now, Pat?
Yeah, it's really a big time penalty. The Cardinals, I'm sure that Coach Faltis has told them at this point in time they need to tackle the ball, but with a great tackle like that by Tom, coming through there and just nailing the running back, that was a great play. You know, now we'll see what happens. They're going to need to punt the ball away to the Cardinals. The Mariners do, and we'll see what happens here in the last minute and 40 seconds here.
With no timeouts now, you've got two options if you're Coach Faltis. One is you go after the kick for a block. The other is to set up the return. He's got two great return men in Nortai and Hunter. But of course, the Mariners had trouble with the snap last time. So.
Yeah. And I think that could be a key thing also, to get a rush in there from the outside.
Snap is good. Kick is safely put away, and they kick it away from Hunter, angling for the sideline. And the ball will be put down just outside the 20. So 91 seconds to go. And about 79 yards to go for Santa Cruz here if they want to pull this one off. We've seen the one-on-one matchups they've been able to get and exploit here, Pat, and even the double team last time Hunter was able to bring it down, although out of bounds. So we may see Wetmore just throw a jump ball to Hunter at some point.
Yeah, you don't know what he's going to do here, but they've certainly got the offensive weapons and the speed to do that.
Kyle Milburn, the lone receiver, though, split left. Wetmore, back to pass, goes over the middle to Tom. He's got it. He fumbles the ball. Tom fumbles. Picked up by Aptos. Mariners recover the fumble. And they're undefeated undefeated season will continue. For the first time since '91, Aptos will go undefeated in league play, thanks to the costly turnover there, Pat.
Yeah, what a break for the Mariners on that play. It looked like Nick Tom was going to really get some great yardage and put, you know, the Cardinals in a great position here to possibly pull this game out, and got hit and fumbled the ball, and that was just a real shame for the Cardinals.
Well, Santa Cruz maybe will try and slap the ball away, but it's not likely. Although I have seen it where a guy has taken a knee and fumbled the snap, but not likely with Brian Van Meter under center for Aptos. So he'll have to take one or two more knees, and that'll wrap it up, folks. So Aptos will go into CCS with a huge amount of momentum. They'll go to 9-1 overall, 6-0 in league play. And I'm sure Coach Garrison will be looking to do some damage come playoff time.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. And, you know, they may, they'll probably get a home field game right off the bat, I would imagine. They're being the league champion. They're going to be a very high seed, I think, in the CCS tournament.
Clock winds down. The Mariners sideline celebrates, and why not? For the first time since '91, they've gone undefeated. They came into Memorial Field and did what many thought maybe they wouldn't be able to do, taking down a tough Santa Cruz squad by a score of 12-6. Cardinals couldn't get it done on their home field, but they put up quite a fight, had a couple tough penalties called back for touchdowns, and then at the end they just couldn't get the drive, Pat.
Yeah, the Cardinals sure showed a lot of heart tonight. They really did. They really showed it was a great game, and you know, these guys can walk with their heads up and be proud, and if it wasn't for a couple of key penalties, we could have had a different outcome tonight.
Meanwhile, folks,